Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever time zone you may be. Yes, I said that backwards, but that's because I can't do two things at the same time. But I wish someone would have told me we didn't have the Poggers music going on. We hope everyone is excited for the monthly DDR restream. It has been a time since we've actually done DDR restreams. We just finished our first tournament. Highly recommend everyone goes and watch the YouTube playlist on Zelda Speedruns. But we are back, and we're doing some settings testings with, let's see, we're still keeping the 1 stone 5 bridge, or 5 medallion bridge. Oh my god. 1 stone bridge, 5 medallion Ganon's boss key. Yes, I did have coffee. Please don't accuse me of that. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it to Dobby, actually, to explain while I send our racers off, because apparently I can't English today.
English too hard, please nerf. Indeed. But yes, so we've got a nice set of settings for our players to test. Following some requests, we have some Skip Child Zelda is turned on, as well as we have the random spawns turned on, which, side note, is I don't like the name that it's called in the Plando, but that's a side fact. They also start with the potato and start with consumables. And finally, we have a very interesting kind of hint distribution that has 5 gold hints for the bridge and decay. However, they are vague in the sense that it will just tell you that it's for the Path of the Stones or Path of Medallions instead of telling you the specific dungeon. But in terms of a spiel, as is now legally required to happen at the start of every DDR restream, in case you are not familiar, DDR is a glitch rule set between standard and no arm warm, designed to allow for a lot of quality of life glitches while banning some of the most powerful glitches in the game. Some of the things you will not see in this run, unless a consultant accidentally fucks up, is bomb hovering, bomb hovering, item manipulation, or wrong warping. Those are the main 3. You can also find the full list of ban techniques right here with !DDR. The main requirements that they're going to have to do for a DDR rule set is that they are not allowed to clip into any dungeons, so they have to go enter dungeons more or less the intended way, as well as they cannot do any BK skips, so they have to get to boss doors by standing in front of them and pressing A. Do you want to share, if the coffee has kicked in yet, do you want to go over what are the requirements that they're going to need for this seed?
That will vary. Requirements meaning for completing the seed. So as Dobby was going through the entire spiel, it seems like we start with a medallion. So we will need a stone in order to access Ganon's castle. We will need 4 additional medallion dungeons to get the boss key. What we'll need to complete the seed is going to be dependent on what our dungeon layout is. So I missed where the random spawn was. Where was that?
Of castle, like.
All right, so just outside of castle. So that's actually not too bad, and Dotso already destroying my heart by buying a shield. God damn it!
Less than a minute in,
and pausing on it, you motherfucker. Anyway, but it depends on what the dungeon layout would be. So because of the way the variable medallions have been set up, we don't necessarily require all of the unique major items, which would be the boomerang, mirror shield, or hammer. So it is likely we're going to need at least one of them. So depending on the dungeon layout and what our hints will be, that may or may not be something we find. We will definitely have explosives, either chews or bombs. Strengths are actually something that were removed from our goal hints because you don't technically need strength in DDR, although glitchlessly it is required. But according to the community, it has been foretold that strength is always hinted. So in order to give a little bit more power to our hints, we're going to remove that. But yeah, I think the most that we'll see is going to be magic bow, light arrows, and explosives. But, Deku Tree is on the Path of Medallions. Interesting. And Dodongo's Cavern. And 50 is dead. But yeah, yes. So other than that, we'll have to see what is going on with our dungeon layout. And I think then we'll be able to determine what items we'll be needing. I hope that answered the question. Oh, God. All right, hold on.
Don't Deku.
Yes. I will put the locations in.
Well, it is nice. Having those on Path Medallion is good for information. Just letting you know that, oh yeah, these are going to have something that is logically required for Medallion Dungeon. As Shira was mentioning, we do strengthen a bit by removing strength from being hinted. But we also kind of nerf them a little bit by having them indicate Path of Stones or Path of Medallions instead of the exact dungeon, therefore. So, what does this end up balancing out to? Who knows? That's what the testing is for. You can address all of your pitchforks and torches to Eggmeister, who requested most of these settings.
Yeah, it is interesting because we were considering not starting with potato and starting with consumables because in DDR you can use ocarina items, which is where you're using a bottle to essentially play an item as an ocarina. However, you can't use it to summon Epona. If you do have Epona song, you do have to use an actual ocarina. But you can still warp anywhere you want with just a bottle. So it does seem like this is something some player base would like to have, is starting with the consumables. I do find it ironic that we have Deku as a Path of Medallions to kind of substantiate that just slightly. But I don't know, we have two very different routes with Egg staying child, Datto immediately went adult. And that's also the beauty of variable medallions, is we can really kind of just go wherever. There is a very real possibility that our players will be completing different dungeons. And there's nothing wrong with that, it's just what are they going to find in their way? Who's going to get lucky? Apparently not Datso, he's not going to be duping that 5 rupees.
Not that that's allowed anyway, but...
Oh yeah. I'm too used to no logic lately. Oh, 30's a free shield!
So yeah, just collect 30 skulls and you're good. That would be Sage's free shield in 20 minutes. Yeah, to note for our dungeons, now that we actually know what they are, for our stones, we have Deku, Water, and Jabu, and so, I mean, it's going to be Deku, that's going to be your stone. But for the medallions, it'll depend on what we end up finding. Shadow, the item requirements for that are now very, very vague, because with the new empty jump slash. For Fire Temple, they are going to need to find Hammer in order to do that. Dodongos, you could do with either Choose or Bombs. Spirit, they'll need to find a Mirror Shield in order to do that. And then Force, they'll need to find a Hook Shot. So basically, what dungeons they end up doing will likely depend on what subset of Hook Shot, Mirror Shield, or Hammer they find. They're going to need 2 of those 3 for sure. Yes, one thing to note for Zelda's Lullaby, you do need that for Shadow Temple, so that is a requirement for sure for Shadow. So thankfully, if it's on something easy like Song of Storms, that is nice, to not have to worry about it being absolutely disgusting. We do have Skip Child Zelda on, so they did start with Serenade, which is kind of eh.
It's a nice warp song. I mean, Egg already used it.
Get your bets in for Datso. I'm going with 48.
Going with 50. I think he's still
having stream cutting issues, people are mentioning.
Stream cutting? Really?
We may or may not be experiencing some technical difficulties. Please stand by as we figure out whether that's the case. The power of Dampé is too strong. It tanks the stream.
Yeah, this specific remote has some connection issues. I just told Trez, since this is one that is actually his, so he'll investigate.
47. That's a good time.
Damn.
And so far, well, there's a bottle. So there's your ocarina that you could play.
Yeah, like, come on, we don't need a potato. Potato skip. Bring it back. S3.
Yeah, I'm on a keto diet, so I'm perfectly happy with a potato skip.
Oh, Lake Hylia is foolish. That's amazing. And rip, because he's already done quite a couple of things in Lake.
Yeah, and of course the warp song you get goes directly there. Thanks, game.
I mean, Water Temple is still a thing.
Yeah, the stone water that we don't want to go in because we're going to do Deku instead. That's a stone, faster, and also Path of Medallions. Thanks, game.
Yes. So what do we think will be in Deku that is on the way of medallions? Because Dodongo is also on the way of medallions. I'm going to bet explosives.
It could be explosives. Explosives are decently likely since they're logically required for Shadow as well as
God,
Dodongo.
I hate he did that first try. Sorry.
Dotso making that trick look easy, by the way. It is not. Just
no. It is 3 frame perfect. 2 frame perfect inputs across 3 frames. To basically have a glitched damage value stored as DINs. So this is 1.0 exclusive. This was found a couple of weeks ago. It was actually after the tournament, during the main tournament, during the Blitz tournament, it was found. So you're essentially interrupting a falling with a jump slash, and we have been affectionately calling it the empty jump slash. That's your identifier that you've actually gotten it. So it is a form of quick put away by storing DINs. You do require a shield, but yeah, this is another alternative way to skip requiring a fire source and magic, since you can do it basically immediately. I did not see what that is, but it looked silvery.
Yeah, I did not see it either. We'll see if that... Well, I guess we won't know if Dotso goes for it, because currently can't cross it there.
Yeah. It does look like Egg is prioritizing hints while staying child. Another thing with these goal hints is that they are very powerful. Fountain Foolish. So prioritizing hints is not a bad idea.
With them only indicating Path of Medallions, there is unfortunately no guarantee that I could be pointing all towards the same dungeon. That is also possible. So unfortunately, you don't really know that until basically you find the item that it's hinting towards.
Oh look, a Mido house at 10 minutes.
Oh wow, with a bow.
And a bow. Thanks, Mido. So, money and a bow.
Mido? More like Might Bro.
Here we go.
I resisted the urge for my one joke. My one friendship joke there when you're talking about magic. It was very difficult. I was like, we can probably get a better one. I appreciate Egg seems to have a setup for breaking that box. So serving the Testador, in order to actually beat the game, they are going to need to collect 1 stone in order to access Ganon's castle. That unlocks the Rainbow Bridge. And then they need 5 medallions in order to get Ganon's boss game. So what they need to beat this game is the items required to beat 5 of them, or to effectively beat 4 of the 5 medallions that you see here, as well as the stuff to get 1 of the stones, which is going to be Deku. I mean, that's what it's going to be. Let's be real. So basically what they need are the stuff for 4 of the medallions, so notably for Shadow, they're going to need, if that's the one they end up doing... Was that me? No, that was...
Oh no, that was Tom. But
Cool.
Goron is dead, was another hint, by the way, in between that. I know Tom's been having some internet issues, so I may pull up the tracker, just in case.
Thankfully, it looks like Egg is doing some more hints, so we'll be a little bit before collect some items.
Was there anything that we have not already seen? I just caught the end of 50 again.
Yeah, I don't think there's been anything new.
Okay.
At least on Egg's side, for sure. As Dot's already checked those.
Yes.
But yes, to go back for the item requirements, for Shadow, they're going to need to find Zelda's Lullaby, which we already know where it is. For Fire, they're going to need Hammer. For Dodongos, either Choose or Bomb Bag. For Spirit, they're going to need Mirror Shield, and then what else you might need to clear spirit very much depends on the players. For these guys, not much. Basically, they'll be good with Mirror Shield, and almost that's it. And those are the main ones for those. And for Forest, they'll need a hook shot, basically just to get it.
Oh, SFM was hinted, Path? Or Foolish, Aster. I missed that one. I did see the Bigoron Ice Trap.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Hopefully it was nothing important.
We'll find out, eventually.
Yeah. We'll find out when Egg eventually goes there.
It does seem like he's not going to Deku, though, which, after arguing about wanting consumables and getting a Deku Path of the Medallions, I find pretty interesting.
They didn't start with a Deku Shield, because I think I forgot to click that one. But they... Unless Start Consumables does that? I don't think so. I'm not sure. But anyway, So you would have to buy it from the shop there.
They also didn't include Shop Zeros this time, so I mean, it's on the way.
Yeah, it's on the way, so it's fine.
Another Zora Fountain, I think that's the duplicate. No, that's the same one, never mind. That's the one that Egg saw.
Yeah, so far in terms of equipment, it's been pretty eh. We've got bow, which is always good since that's one of the items you always need to beat the game, and it can be somewhat trolly sometimes. It's not in Foolish Shadow though, so we're good. We also have found a Lens of Truth, which is a very odd one. We don't have magic, so we can't use it yet, but maybe it was wanting you to do like Wasteland and stuff like that. Who knows? We see Dotso heading back. I don't know if he's going back to Child. He did see, I'm pretty sure, the hint for Path of Medallions for Deku, so he might be going to do that. That definitely seems like a good play at this point. You know it's going to have something. And, I mean, it's the stone you're going to want anyway, and that'll give you access to Ganon's Castle, where you have a whole treasure trove of things that logic tells you you're not supposed to have yet, which are the best items to find. The forbidden fruit of logic.
The forbidden fruit. There have been so many conversations regarding logic in the past several weeks since Season 5 for Standard has been announced. So it is interesting how some of the runners feel after reading those conversations. I mean, I don't know how much Egg's involved, but I know Dotso is, Fanta's involved. You and I have been reading it as well as DDR organizers, but I don't know. It does seem like logically, both our runners have acknowledged the hints that they've received, but are not rushing them. So definitely a different mindset and different objectives, because to me, it kind of seems like they're rushing everything else to find out, okay, if this is in logic, then maybe later in the game, to me, this is a late game type of play that you do early to find out what the game expects you to do by checking other items.
Yeah, it's definitely very interesting to see that they both kind of, or Egg especially, was emphasizing the knowledge from the hints, but then, isn't immediately rushing to then go do them. We might say, I don't know if Dotso's opting to do that. He might be going to the forest right now. That might be what he's doing.
You can buffer it, Arashi.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it easier unbuffered because it is instantly repeatable. It's also very tilting, but it is repeatable multiple times. You can buffer it if you do use a emulator or if you're on VC that is good for pause buffering. But I don't know. I personally find it a lot more difficult, but everyone has their own way of doing it. You can make your own setup. Snarky just learned it too recently. Whatever works for you, as long as it's consistent and comfortable. That's all we look for.
Also, apparently, if you are learning a buffered, one important thing to note is apparently also you don't want to go full forward. It's just a little bit past ESS. But also, because you're trying to buffer a movement, you can't really see when you're buffering it. So apparently, if you're standing still and press A, Navi comes out, and I didn't know that was a thing, which is cool, and that can help you notice if you're about to move. Yeah, imagine being a fancy runner and buffering ISG at a GDQ event. Shoutouts to ZFG. Yeah, so far it seems like they're kind of looping over each other. One interesting thing for Dot's routing is he went in and he did Kokiri Force as an adult. Might be because he was planning on then routing in like the Sacred Forest Metal. But that does kind of isolate a little bit the Deku Tree for later. So we'll see at what point he opts to go back there. He definitely has the equipment he needs to beat it, so. Sacred Forest Metal. Yeah. I mean, Link is definitely a metalhead. Come on, we know this. These are facts. Oh, is that where adult spawn is? Is Kokiri Forest? That definitely makes sense then. It's a little bit funny that that's the adult spawn when really that should be the child spawn, but it does make for sure that does make sense then.
Mm.
Let's see, well, where's Egg going from here? Is he doing? He's definitely not doing DC. Or, I mean, I hope not with that equipment. Where are you going, Egg?
I tend to ask myself a lot, and also Dotso pausing. Hope everything's okay.
Is he looking up some kind of weird strat?
Oh, did he do the clip in River? But he has DL.
Domain is on the path of medallions. That's an interesting one.
Oh, it is? I didn't have that one written.
Yeah, well, Egg just found it. I don't know if Dotso has that. That would explain why he would be rushing there. But
oh, yeah, I guess to unfreeze King Zora, because it's nothing against child, but no. He doesn't know that.
He definitely, that I don't think Dotso found that one, though.
Right.
Is Egg doing empty jump splash to oh my god,
Probably.
This would be amazing. Just to, like, for Link of the Gorons, please be doing that.
It's his favorite thing to do, so that doesn't surprise me. Oh my god, showing off.
I love it.
Whatever.
You basically turn into one of those, what are those dudes called from MM who, like, after you defeat them, they, like, pull out the bomb and explode? You turn into one of those. That's true, and exactly what you said, Arashi. That's cool. I like it. I don't know, for the routing, it seems still a bit awkward especially compared to like Dotso's just save warping, but it's cool and swag, and I like it. Vanilla Quarantine. Is this even randomized? I think what's happening on Dotso's side is that the raccoon that lives outside of his place has finally gained control inside and is wrestling him to play with the N64. And of course, that is not allowed because everyone knows that raccoons are only play No I Am ROM Warp, and so they hover all over the place, and Dotso doesn't want to get DQ'd. I think that works in one of the versions of OoT. It might be 3D, but it doesn't have the right properties in 1.0, I think. Yeah, it's OoT 3D. That's the one. I was pretty sure it was 3D.
I don't know if Egg has clean audio.
Yeah, typically he doesn't.
I know, typically he doesn't. I'm just listening for a second.
We do see him kind of doing some of the checks that Dotso did earlier, so kind of looping over each other.
I don't hear anything. I'll switch to Egg's audio and just lower it a little bit for now. I have tried to reach out to Dots, though. He hasn't responded, which concerns me slightly.
I'm telling you, it's the raccoon. The raccoon has made its way in. Has taken control of the N64 and is trying to bomb hover, and Dotso is trying to get him not to bomb hover. There's a raccoon emote on Twitch? That's awesome.
Alright, Egg's audio should be on now.
Hey, the raccoon might be able to bomb hover, but might not be the best. I mean, it's a raccoon. Can you blame it? Does have the equipment that could be trying to do the wrong warp from Deku to Ganon. That is possible as well. Maybe the raccoon's really good at wrong warping. Ooh, so Egg just failing there. There's a clip you can do that he's trying for again. That you can just clip into this pillar as an adult. As a child, you use the other side, whereas adult, that you typically do this version. You can also, both as an adult and as a child, do the Navi dive, but that obviously requires Navi to be there.
Yeah, this one is not too bad. Oh, no. So you don't have to... So what Egg is doing is he's essentially holding ESS and then pulling swords so that you kind of clip your way through. It usually is done in a fast, repetitive moment because as soon as the water ripples go away is when you would essentially A and jump slash like Egg just did. However, if your hands don't move as fast as egg, you can wait it out. And there is a timing method. I don't remember it off the top of my head right now. I'll have to ask Axe. But you can... I think you wait until his leg is swinging and it's like fully in the block when you'll actually press A and jump slash to get into the stone part. An A press is an A press. You can't say it's only a half. Yes.
So we'll be confirming that the item here. I think this was Path of Stones or Path of Medallions. I think it was Path of Medallions.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out. So this is a trick that you can do multiple different ways. It is a lot harder if you've already moved King Zora. You didn't go all the way down. There you go. But if you haven't moved him, you can just side hop up. Side hop up. Interesting.
Bonking?
What? Are you sure there was a hint for domain?
That's what chat was saying. Lens of Truth?
Lens of
Can
Truth.
you find lens here?
No. What? Crossing the wasteland. Oh my god, it's crossing the wasteland. 100%. Anyways, but yeah, to do the trick, just side hop up and read the sign on the first possible frame. You can go super slow. It's a lot more lenient when he's not moved. When he is moved, just don't face the wall, face the other side. Or back walk up until you're in the area and use a cutscene item. And then go back down and back up. That's the foolproof way, no matter whether he's moved or not, to get it.
Yeah, so if you have the adult trade item, that's by far the easiest one. As Sherry's mentioning, just back walk, pull it out, and then head back down and back up, and he'll be defrosted. And I think that doesn't even matter if he's moved or not. You're good. Yeah, I think it's Saria's house that's next to yours, and then next to that it's the twin. And then I think Know-It-All is way up on the hill. And Midos is obviously the one that's sporting the bow. And then there's this, the shop, obviously. With the person in there that also sleeps there, but also doesn't sleep. Yeah, I mean, there are some people that you definitely you don't see their house, and so who knows where they sleep? Maybe they all just go into the Deku Tree. Who knows? Discuss.
I'm gonna BRB for a second.
Cool. That means that there's no one supervising me. I can make as many terrible jokes as I want.
No, that's not true.
Look away for a second, Timaltec. It's fine. Have internet issues for the time that Chiro's gone, and then I can have all of the jokes. They'll be all terrible. So I'm not sure where Egg is going. So far, we're very lean in terms of equipment. We still basically the only thing we really have at this point is bow. So where'd you go from there? Cat can do archery stuff. I guess technically they have access to the Gerudo area. And you could do horseback archery. You technically have all the stuff you need for that. They definitely have a bow to pick with this seed. Oh, so it looks like Egg is going for Big Poe. I don't know if that's hinted or if just going for it because half the stuff. My apologies. Dabalina was having an issue with a device, but we're gonna rip Susan. Did we dump out Susan uh for the Big Poe, and then I don't even think it was that good. I think it was like a rupee. So feels bad, man. HP, not worth. Susan greater than HP. For those who don't know, Susan is what we call the fish. We use a fish typically for a trick in Forest Temple where you drop and catch a fish right as the cutscene is starting for the pose and allow it to get to the basement early. And you typically name your fish just because it's more fun that way. And so Susan is one of the names. There's also a Carl, or whatever else you want to call your fish. That is true, Asger. It was indeed catching a fish to not skip a Poe. These are facts. My guess now is Egg's going to go to the forest now um, in order to go do Deku Tree, since we know it's hinted as a path of medallions, and at this point you still don't have very good equipment. You know, it looks like we're switching in consultant for Dotso, who we're reaching out to try and see what's going on, but we're not sure at this point.
He just got the scale from Kokiri's Sword Chest. I was in his stream asking if he's okay to be swapped in. So other than that, he also does not have clean audio, so we'll continue to use eggs for now. So let me close his personal stream for now.
That's a terrible location for the
Big
scale shadow.
Oh, oh, yeah.
So because it's the pot, which I think is about halfway. Typically, I use eggs for cutscene skips. It works great IRL. You just kind of stand there and hold up an egg, and then people just don't want to talk to you. It works brilliantly.
So I apologize, Quagsire. It does seem like Consultant is not using his personal tracker very much. I also don't know if he has the same songs that Dotso had, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see when he pauses next, hopefully. But so please be kind in chat. We don't know if the tracker is accurate on Dotso's, or sorry, not Dotso's, on Consultant sides, but we hope it is. We'll see. But now we do indeed, as predicting, we see Egg going into Deku, which definitely makes sense. We have the Path of Medallions, so we'll see what it ends up being. If it's something good, could be like magic for Spirit to use the lens.
Oh my god! That would make so much sense, but also, oh my god, that would be awful as shit. I love it. Good
It would
job,
be
Dobby.
hilarious.
Yeah, Azure, 38-minute hinted Deku.
I mean, that's what people wanted with the V settings is less Deku early. And 30, I would say 38 minutes for a Deku with all these conditions is not very early. Hook shot, that's
And
nice.
a hook shot. I mean, okay, fine.
Yeah, that
Forest
is definitely on the path
medallion.
of the medallions.
Yeah, Forest,
Or-
Spirit, Shadow.
Or I mean, it might be because it depends. It depends where the other hook shot is, but very likely that's going to be it.
Mm-hmm. Sedge.
That does basically open up Forest to be completable at this point. They've got Bottle, they've got a hook shot. That's all you really need.
Did we find out
Yeah.
what Ocarina of Time teaches?
I don't remember seeing that. Oh, we have the other hook is hinted, and it's in Goron City.
Wait, what do you mean? We don't have an always hint in Goron City.
Well, that's what chat is saying, is that we got a hint, probably a sometimes hit.
Oh, Boulder! That is a sometimes hint, is, the left side maze. Interesting. Titties!
Titties.
Minuet.
Yeah, so it is definitely possible that is hookshot locked, depending where our explosives and hammer are. Or more specifically, hammer and strengths, or if it's the left side one.
Yeah, that's fair, Azure. I don't think I remembered that the left side is a sometimes hint. I think because there have been a lot of conversations with always hints and goal hints. Sorry. If there is a always hint like River, since Consultant is doing Frogs 1 right now, so if Frogs 2 was is to be hinted, you can't have a foolish River hint at the same time. So that's also something that the team is currently reviewing and exploring, because it's very odd.
And really shouldn't really be the case. It doesn't really make sense, especially when like the item itself isn't useful. It would make sense if it's like, oh yeah, there's a foolish, there's like a hinted bomb bag or something, but this will happen regardless what the item is, so it's weird. Nice B1 skip there from Egg. Yeah, I'm pretty sure hinted locations are excluded for Foolish. I don't know if they're excluded when it comes to Way of the Hero, but definitely for Foolish they are. But yeah, either way, it should still not happen if it is if it is like a rupee or something. That should definitely not be preventing anything. Also, welcome to the stream, Alexander. Harold. Welcome to the chaos that is technical issues. Also with some OoT on the side.
Big stabby.
Big stabby.
For your vanilla reward. Is this even rando? Oh my god, Jabu is also vanilla too. Those are
This
the
isn't
only two that
randomized.
are. I know! Shame on you, Toby.
Yeah, so far everything else has been perfectly vanilla. So clearly not random. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys are correct that the way of the hero does not count the always hints. So like if you got a cack way of the hero, it can't be 30, 40, excuse me, 30, 40, or 50 skulls. And still we're still like 43 minutes in and still no explosives, which kind of sucks.
I'm waiting for what the Path of Medallions is at Dodongo, because it could be a vanilla bomb bag or a French vanilla, depending on what item. So that means we should be finding a strength shortly. And I wonder if this is also the seed where not having a hinted strength will bite them in the butt.
Yeah, it is. It could definitely be the case where hinted strength would be good, but as always, we with the hint distributions, when you force them to not have certain items, that doesn't prevent them from being required, and you can have it be indirect hints for strength. Like for instance, you can have it be like, oh, you have a way of the hero lens in order to obtain a strength that you need for this. That is still possible, but we don't know yet.
Mm. But also, always hints fill first, regardless of whatever preset you use. It's just part of the fill algorithm. So always aren't even part of your Plando hint file either. It's just always is first, and always are conditionals. So depending on what your settings are, it'll fill whatever settings are applicable, and then we'll go through the rest of the fill based on how you order them in the preset file.
And yeah, for sometimes in Way of the Hero, they can't be pointing to the same item because like Way of the Hero would draw first and would pick that item to be hinted, and so then afterwards it wouldn't be able to pick that for sometimes.
Right. So Tom, what actually is happening is that because we have a Skull Mask always hint, we're never going to see a Lost Woods Foolish. That's what is being said right now, is that because we have an always hint, you actually can't get a Baron hint for that item location. That's what is being said right now.
Yeah, it's actually a bug that they're looking at now, which yeah, that they're looking into what's causing it and at what point that it popped up and fixing it. It's
Yeah.
definitely not supposed to be intended to be the case. It's a bug.
Yeah. So Meraxis is already on it. I think May have already PR'd something. B was on it too. So definitely looking into when this started occurring. No, it actually has been since 6.0.80, I think is when B said the earliest one he tried was. Or they, I believe. But
it's also convenient because most
yeah.
of the places where this occurs for this bug are locations in the game where you can find bugs.
Oh god.
Lost or
Dobby,
Lost Woods.
Don't. No.
It's convenient.
No.
It's
No.
very convenient to remember.
No.
I'm just saying. Yeah. See, Azure appreciates it.
Do you want to come commentate, Azure? I'm happy to go back to bed.
Oh god, can you imagine a restream with Azure and me on Oh, that would be amazing for us. It would be terrible for everyone watching, but it'd be great for us.
I mean, I'll give you the role. I'll swap you in now. Tom, good luck with restream. I'm out.
Ooh, we've got a 47-minute Kukos.
Sub 1 hour. Nice. Yeah, I'd mute Discord too. Oh my god, Azure, you really want to commentate? Oh, I mean, that's up to you. I can totally step down and continue trying to figure out where the hell Dotso is.
Imagine Shira only doing one job during a restream and not being restreamer, tracker, and commentator. Come on, that's not allowed.
No, it's not allowed.
Ooh, on Egg side, we're about to see a really cool trick. So you might have noticed if you're playing the vanilla game that they don't let you use your Ocarina in here. And the reason they don't let you do that is because this game is really broken when it comes to Sun Song. Unless he ends up with all right side, come on. We want to see the trick. Repeat. No,
Oh my
we want to see
god.
the trick.
Did he 1 in 32? Alright, come on.
Don't, 1 in
Come on.
32. Come on.
Do it.
No, Egg.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh my god. Game.
One more. 1 in 32 it.
No, I want to see the trick. It's cool. God
Oh
damn
my
it.
god.
He just 1 in 32 this shit.
Do it with right side.
All right side. Don't oh my
god. For light arrows. Oh my god, so what? Clip it. Oh my
32
god.
light arrows. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
And now he's gonna do it on the last one.
So this is what we wanted to show. If you can use Ocarina items and you can play Sun Song to cheese this game, but apparently just be a beast and 1 in 32.
Azure, I'm so sorry. Yeah, where was this in the Blitz finals? Oh man.
Oh.
Oh my god. Well, that explains why Lens was on the path of the. Actually, that's not totally true. It can't be path of the medallions, or can it?
Yeah, lights
no.
isn't needed for meds.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm still on the Requiem vanilla, but yeah, holy shit. I can't believe that. I can't believe he just like YOLO'd it and got light arrows.
Well, he has Sun Song, so he could have done the cheese strat that I was going to explain, but then no, game was like just 1 in 32, 5-head.
I know, this is the revenge, Aster. Oh wow.
Ooh, looks like we might be going to bottom of the well. So he made it night for this. So, I think he's just doing skulls.
Hmm.
Yeah, so those are the DDR preset. We are doing some settings for S2 of DDR. Speaking of which, if you do want to go and try out the settings, you can go check out the DDR discussions channel for the settings. But so we have a couple of different things in this. Notably, we have Skip Child Zelda. We have the start with consumables. You start with a potato, random spawns, and we have what's the other one? Yeah, the hint distribution. We have 5 vague goal hints instead of the normal ones where you have 2 with hero and 3 named item. But otherwise, everything is the same as the settings. Which, by the way, if you're looking to try them out, you can check out this S1 DDR settings by using either 6.1 or the dev channel. Oh, bomb bag, finally! And use the DDR preset. I think that was 10 skulls. That's not too bad.
That also makes a lot of sense. 10 skulls is in logic just by starting, and also with the bottle, I think that ups it to 20, high 20s, just with a bottle. So, interesting. And also, thank you, Angry Barman, for posting the clip of the 1 in 32 for light arrows. Crazy. Freaking crazy.
So good. So I think Consultant's going too far when you're pulling out. I think you have to still be in this room, basically, for this to work. Yeah, that's way too far. Doors are indeed hard. These are facts. There you go. I think that worked. Yeah, this should do. Yeah. Oh. I don't know what causes it. Sometimes you're able to like light the torch as you're going through the door, and I don't know why sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't. OoT. Now, after a super rough start, we are looking much better now. Ooh, nice, got it. Looks like got it. But better in terms of equipment with that hook shot, with that bow, with those bombs. Now there's a ton of options you can go. You can go to that DC for your path of the medallions there, as well as just getting one of your medallions to begin with. You also now have access to Forest Temple, which with your bottle you can do the trick to beat that, so that'll be nice. So at this point, we just need. Well, we have the stuff to beat Shadow, so we're basically looking for either Hammer or Mirror Shield. Also, Egg being very rude and blowing up this poor bomb shoe shop lady. It's not her fault the items suck. Blame management, you know? Be nice to your front-end workers. Ooh, and Consultant doing the proper way to enter a bottom of the well. If you pick up a chicken when you have ISG, you every single frame you're stabbing it, so very, very quickly gets angered. And so the second you let it go, it's going to trigger the cutscene of it trying to murder your face. So what you can do is have ISG while you're carrying it and bring it right to the edge of the well, then instantly drop it with a shield drop it and backflip into the well. And during the cutscene of them trying to murder you, you just go straight through the water, which is objectively the correct way to enter bottom well. Ooh, and doing blanket too, nice.
The bingo coming in clutch.
Yeah, doing the N64 setup for bombs, though just missing. I think there was one too many ESS turns.
We'll find out. No, it looks okay. Yeah, looks fine. This is 1.0 exclusive, so something we can do in Rando. If you have 1.2, like you use on VC, you do have to use the bubble and do that method instead. So, yay, 1.0 blank A memes!
Yeah. Yes, it is allowed in DDR. It says that it isn't specific to a console; it's specific to the version. And since all Rando uses 1.0 anyway, it's fine.
Rue, welcome.
Drew, Pog.
Blank A is not banned in bingo. It's just a meme.
It's banned. It's banned based on console. So like you're allowed to do it on N64 because that's 1.0, but you're not allowed to use 1.0 on VC or emulator. So you can't use it in bingo if you're not on N64.
Which to me is like you can anyway because it crashes, right? Or just doesn't work in 1.2. Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, so I mean,
just
I don't know.
Patch the thing that makes it work.
Right. Yeah, that's why I'm like, is it banned? No, but you have to be able to use it, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
also, this is not no logic. Bottom of the well may not be as powerful.
Yeah, it's not that it's less that you aren't allowed to use blank A. It's that you aren't allowed to use a 1.0 ROM on things, and so indirectly you're not allowed to do it. Ooh, we'll be getting a super slide on egg side. So if you set up bombs and then roll into the explosive and shield right as the bomb is exploding, you then get this fun interaction where you go backwards at super high speed, and that persists so long as you're holding the shield button. So that is the fastest form of movement, but it does have the disadvantage that you can only go in a straight line. There are others that we might see Egg do, possibly, including a Hess that has the same speed of Super Slide, but you have the maneuverability. The one disadvantage is that it is trickier to set up. Super Slide, you have, like, a bunch of frames. I don't know the exact number. It's a bunch. $1 million frames. So finally we found the bow super early, so we'll see if it's if that's pointing to something good here. Yes, if you pick up a bunch of bananas and then count them, that's exactly how many frames you have for a super slide. So find the biggest bunch of bananas you can, and then that way you get more frames for super sliding. That's the easy way to win.
Genetic. They already do that, though. I mean, genetically modified food exists.
Yeah, but I don't think they genetically modified them to have the most on a bunch. In particular, you don't really care about how good the bananas are, just the number. Ooh, Egg's doing a hookshot jump to get the shadow.
Yes.
Nice, nice.
Which also just use the Poe. Okay.
I think killed the Poe.
Oh, he
set
did?
up for that location.
Oh, I missed that part of it. But it does seem like Egg is then going to use the empty jump slash.
Okay, you're good. That was terrifying when he was jumping there.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to attack from Bingo and jumping off the ledge. Yeah, I'm impressed at the level of just confidence that Egg had that was going to work. Nicely done.
And then he's just going to get ISG, and with Begoron Sword, it just makes it a little bit easier because the sword extends further.
Wow, you're saying it's just about the length? Is that the only important thing for this trick?
Oh my god, Dobby.
The other important thing, too, is that not only is it longer, it also stands up straighter, which makes it easier to light all these torches. Whereas when you have the Master Sword, it droops down a little bit, and you hang it kind of at your side. Oh, hit Dotso. Is everything okay? Oh, something came up. Okay. Part of my personal headcanon was that the raccoon had taken over control of your console. Ooh, Egg getting face grabbed by Nightmare Fuel here. That's a bad spot for a firm, too. Likely to get grabbed on the way, so... Egg opting to do the stay thing and just not even try to do the attack on the way down.
Whose emote is that? Rack Attack. Is that a standard one?
Yeah. I didn't know there was a raccoon emote that's global. The more you know.
Also, today I've learned I can't read, which is another day I've learned the same fact that I basically learn every day. Because I didn't see the note that you're going to have a 5-minute intermission that turned into 45. And mildly went panicked. And not mildly, actually panicked.
Yeah, mild would be putting it very mildly. So, if you notice in our rules that we say that you're not allowed to hover, this is technically a hover, but it's not using explosives, so it is allowed. It's not really you doing it. It's really that you happen to have ISG, and then the floor happens to fall out underneath you. It's not your fault. Is what we're saying. Nice mega flip there. unbuffered too. So similar to Super Slide, if you have an explosive and you roll into it and then backflip just as you're arriving, and you time that correctly, you get a giant burst of speed backwards, and that can let you skip all of the gaps here that require hover boots, which surprisingly has only 2 spots that you actually really need hover boots. Yeah, Azure, secretly it's a no-hit run. Not allowed to shield any damage. Shields, in fact, are banned. It's the Shiro settings. Oh, is that get a weird shot to this? Look, they gave one attempt, it was like, we'll just collect the rupees. It would save, like, a very modest amount of time anyway. Excuse me. Yeah, it's about swag, it's not about time save. This is fair. You gotta hashtag save the swag.
When are we going to have our restream where the winner is determined on swag points? We should do that for a fun monthly restream. We'll put out a chart of, like, if you do these things, you get this amount of swag points, and it doesn't matter who finishes first. It's whoever has the most swag.
Well, we'll do that right after the Magic 8-Ball race.
Yes. If anyone is not familiar with the DDR channels, highly recommend you join the Discord. And because I can't chat because of stupid Twitch things, if someone wants to do ! Discord. Apparently, Egg and Sage are followers of the Magic 8-Ball, so if the Magic 8-Ball told him to wait for Deku for 48 minutes, that explains a lot, because the Magic 8-Ball knows all. Trust.
Trust the Magic 8-Ball. Also, since we are past the 1 hour mark, it is a good time to mention to everyone, happy 1 hour. You are watching the DDR weekly restream. DDR is a glitched rule set between standard and no iron 1 warp that allows for a lot of quality of life glitches while banning some of the powerful glitches in the game. If you scroll up just a little bit, you'll see that I posted the DDR command, which has the full set of rules if you're interested in finding what those are. If you are interested in trying out some of these races, which we always encourage, you can check out the DDR discussion channel, where you'll have a great place to ask people for advice on what to try out. You can also try the gameplay and tricks section if you are looking to learn some glitches. And if you're looking to try out these particular settings, I think this might be one of the ones, or if not, we can add it to one of the async channels. Otherwise, you can try out the DS1 preset that is available on the website using the DDR preset on either 6.1 or dev. Yeah, I think you would go with swag time reductions, and it would be based on it's like if you do this trick at least once, so that way you don't just sit there and effectively have negative time at the end. But of course, this is after we decide the rules for the Magic 8-Ball race. Ooh, we found the paperweight. Perfect. We're good to go.
I wonder if this is going to turn into Muggle mode, which is essentially just waiting for magic. Because Egg can... Let's see. So he'll do Shadow, Forest, and Dodongo's Cavern. So we need a hammer or a mirror shield still.
Yeah, and we're guaranteed to need one of those. Yeah, we also haven't had one of them go to DC, which is supposedly a path medallion, which might have one of them, which would be very convenient. It could also have, like, some random bullshit that leads there. Be like, oh yeah, it's actually Kokiri's sword for it. Yeah, well, so far it's definitely mixed. We had some good stuff in that the hookshot was in Deku Tree, hinted Deku Tree for her hookshot, which is nice. We also had a bomb bag that was 10 skulls, which is kind of 10 skulls isn't too bad. We also have the light arrows, and objectively the best location for uh, funniness this seed.
Yeah, and also don't feel bad. If anything, I feel
Yeah.
bad for panicking when you did actually warn us that I can't read.
Reading is for nerds.
Yes.
Egg needing to find 2 rupees total. Okay, thanks. And is also going back here. Whoop, failed that make flip, but has plenty of bumps to try again. And so he's clearly opting to go and take the shortcut. You can do a gate clip to skip directly to the end. It basically does the same thing that the dungeon shortcuts does, but you can just do a setup for it.
Oh, don't call me Shirley. So consultant going to find out that the lens, which is not on his personal tracker, but probably has, is going to be the Path of Medallions.
Which is also a terrible path of medallions. How many people did you think are going to be asking them to have lens removed from path? You can do that setup with this sword too. Also, it looks like Egg is opting to go backwards from this point, which he should be good for keys. I guess he's opting to be safe since he's still looking for items and not going directly to the boss, which is definitely safer to not risk having to come back. Free shield, Pog.
Oh yeah! Egg does not like the free shield. He didn't deserve the free shield.
Did Egg actually open? Oh, I guess he's doing that on the way back. Well, apparently you can just make that jump. Sweet. Cool. And Consultant now has 9 skulls, which will be good for him, since we know that 10 skulls has the bomb bag. So once he gets his 10th skull and grabs that, that'll be very good for him.
You can freeze with QPA damage. Interesting.
Yeah, I think QPA includes, like, ice arrows. Because why not? With all the other random shit that's in there.
Has ice arrows in the damage value?
It makes sense for spike traps because basically nothing affects them. So if there's ice arrows in there, can you freeze Bongo's hands with it, or do the other damage types take precedence?
Someone tell Egg to do that after restream. I want him to do that in addition to making his video for leaving Link's house.
Yeah, we still need that setup.
Yes. That was a weird camera movement. That made me really dizzy.
On Egg side?
Yeah, Because he pulled out the hook shot while the boat was going up and down, and it did like a clockwise motion with the camera. That was just weird and disorienting.
The things you do while you're bored waiting for effectively auto-scrollers.
Yes. And also, this is now the worst room in the game.
Cool. Oh, and Consultant looks like he's going to Nighttime CAC, which will be good for him, since that has like 7 skulls, I think. Or I think it's 7 total for all of CAC and Bingo. And there are like 5 of them this region, 4 of which are child. So, yeah, it's really good. This will definitely get him his bomb bag.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Consultant just got his 10th, so yeah, he'll get a bomb bag.
Oh, is Egg doing empty jump slash?
Sage does this too. So they'll do empty jump slash off of the chest, so that when they go to the re-dead room, you can just crouch stab the walls, and it actually burns them. It is really dumb as shit, but it is a pretty good strat. You can actually get them off of chest. It's really difficult though. You can see that he has to sword slash to get to the edge. So he's gonna turn around and do this setup.
And yes, we do have up to 50 up, but we do have hints for 30, 40, and 50 skulls. Technically, it is possible that you have a 50 required. You might be opting now just to skip it. There is another way you can get through them, just by, having the re-dead scare you, and you just phase through matter.
Uh-oh. Whoopsies. Lost his jump slash.
I don't think he actually got the jump slash.
Oh, really?
He just gave up and it's like, okay, I'll just do the backup.
Fair enough. I mean, he has double defense and a lot of hearts for a gold scale. Not bad. You can go to water. We do not have hover boots though, so oh, left side. He could get long shot and do water then. Oh, stone. Oh my god, my mind is all over the place.
Is your mind all over the place from this mind-blowing action we're seeing on stream? Only with the DDR Weekly.
Just the sigh.
That's a terrible name for some kind of exciting thing. The sigh? Come on. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go for some exciting name for DDR restreams. We have to pick something better than that. I think theirs is Versailles, but close enough. I think you're correct.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. So you have to tell Runner Guy now. It's like I beat him in silent rolls because of your bad puns.
It's not eye rolls. I'm still a fan of Maybelline. I'm just saying.
Fuck off. I will kick you.
Worth.
To you, it would be worth it.
Worth. So Egg going here for a quick kill for Bongo. You can just damage his eye before you jump down, and that causes the cutscene to not start. And then you can just stab him a bunch. And then if he gets back up, you can use the 000 strat and dump a bomb in the center, and stun him again.
Yeah, except Egg didn't go immediately after dropping the bomb for the Monka S strat.
Yeah. You can go too early and actually softlock, and don't do that.
Yeah, do not recommend.
The Majora's Incarnation strats, drop a bomb and pray. Yes, incoherent. You're generally not supposed to. Wow, nice bomb back. Generally not supposed to soft lock. Is the general idea, a goal. Maybe that'll be on the swag points. Is just soft lock. Nice mega flip there on consultant side to go grab what's here. I didn't see what it is, but apparently it was worthwhile.
Yeah, I know. There was no magic lock, magic, and shadow. You have to re-roll, Dobby. There's something wrong with the seed.
Yeah, clearly you need shadow in Magic. That's how these things work. Flip that, Magic and shadow, but also the same. Ooh, consultant might be going for the long shot here.
I mean, it makes sense because we don't know where hover boats are.
Yeah, and the long shot really is only super useful for water, which is a stone. So, yeah. See, I've also never softlock on Bongo because I'm too much of a weenie to even try the quick kill strats. So that's clearly, I'm clearly objectively the best too. Yeah, it is possible for spirit key logic, quote unquote, that you're required to have long shot.
Maybe stabby. Good thing consultant already did blank A. And
Greg!
Or Gregory! Lost Woods is on the path of medallions. Did we get that hint? I don't have it written.
Also, what did we find in Lost Woods?
Good question. I don't know. Other than a shield. Was that a shield in Lost Woods? Oh, thanks, Teasler. You have what the hell's newest emote, Gregory.
I love it.
I also made another version of it because someone brought it up in the restreamer chat, but what the hell already uploaded it. So I may upload my version to the OOTR Discord as a sticker. Actually, fuck it, I'm gonna do it right now.
Live on Restream, you get access to new stickers. We do also know that there's supposed to be something in DC that's Path of Medallions. What's it going to be? Who knows? And we see for Consultant, it looks like it was trying for the Hess method. And yeah, you can either Hess or you can Weird Shot to get this.
Oh yeah, Weird Shot. Nice. Today I learned more places I can do Weird Shot at.
You can do Weird Shot everywhere. It's not helpful, but you can.
I mean...
Boomerang.
Yes. Wow, okay.
What the fuck? That's a stone. Isn't this Path of Medallions?
Unless...
You want to double check that? Maybe it was Path of Stones.
Did we get 40? 40 hint?
Yeah, it's possible. It's also possible that it's just a coincidence and that Boomerang happens to be here. Yeah,
no,
but I'm pretty sure DC was
so there was a hint DC was on the Path of Medallions.
Yeah. So either there's something else here, or Jabu has an item for one of the medallions, which would be interesting.
Excuse me for a second while I save this image.
Yeah. I don't know if that's actually the Bongo Quick Kill is allowed in Standard. I don't know.
It's not.
As for why, I couldn't tell you.
I mean, Dotso probably could, but my my assumption is because you're essentially doing an out-of-bounds hitbox, which is not allowed in standard. Or you're calling an actor that has not entered the 000 spin. So you're calling actors.
Strength.
Did I do okay? Did I explain that correctly?
Wow. I think that does that count as kudos? That
I think that does count as kudos.
That sounds like kudos. Yeah, it is. I think it is more likely that tricks that are difficult are disallowed to help make it standard more competitive. Here we have typically a different mindset for that, where we if it doesn't violate any of the other rules, doesn't matter how difficult it is, it's fine. But I know it's a different mindset when it comes to the racing environment.
Wait, it's 500 kilobytes. How big is this photo right now?
Also, apparently, restream might be dropping frames, but it might just be Daza.
Oh, again? No, Trez is having some issues with the remote. He did investigate and tried to see if it would be better, but it seems like potentially no. Just bear with it. Please pray for Trez's internet.
Did the remote fall between the couch cushions? Is that why it's not working?
Dobby? That's what I thought.
I'm like, do I dare go for it?
If you do, you know the consequences.
Especially since we actually just use controllers for most of it. Who needs actual remotes?
Oh my gosh.
I assume that's its default position, really. Din's Fire. Din's Fire could be our path of med, because you need that for Shadow. That's my guess. Yeah, that was a hinted long shot, which is probably why he spent so much time going for it. Is that we that spot was hinted to have a long shot, which is decent. You know? Yeah, the rudeness of going towards the Din's Fire and then be like, So yeah, we'll see where Egg decides to go from here. Likely still can't do Fire or Spirit, and we do need to find either Hammer or Mirror Shield for that.
Mirror Shield. So was there anything else in DC, by the way? I blinked and he's already gone.
There was Din's, there was Boomerang, and I think that was it for like the logically relevant. Oh, there's also a Strength, but it can't be Strength.
Yeah, they can't be. Okay. Did Egg finish DC or just bail?
Finish DC.
Okay. Mark the medallion. There you go.
We had a brief interlude of Shiro ASMR.
Oh, with my typing?
No, with the whispering to Tom.
Oh. And fire arrows.
And shoots. Perfect. Now we can do fire arrow entry into. Oh.
Yeah, we don't have magic still. Did we ever figure out what this is? Can't see anything.
I was more going for the fact that Egg already finished Shadow, but sure, yeah, that's the main reason why we won't do it.
And there was no magic lock magic. Yes, I know. So did he actually really go through Shadow then?
Yeah, he finished all of Shadow. It's It does. I don't know if it really counts as going through Shadow if there's no magic there, you know. But he did go through the motions at least. Ooh, we're getting Susan. We might be going to Forest. Speaking of which, it looks like Consultant might also be going to Forest. Or at least SFM.
He definitely finished Fake Shadow. He faked finished Real Shadow. Porque no los dos.
But
yeah, out of the items, it does seem like the Dins is probably Way of the Medallions.
We do know it is Way of the Medallion for Shadow, guaranteed.
Yes.
So that seems plausible as
Mm-hmm.
their candidate, rather than assuming that there's something good in Jabu.
I mean, there could be magic in Jabu. You never know.
This is possible.
That has happened. Worse things have happened. Also, where was Saria's?
Prelude, I think.
So, depending on where magic is, it's very possible with Minuet on OOT, because we did not include the trick for Mitoskip, AD is probably intended.
Which would be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny, and that would be definitely logic.
Oh, and I think Consultant realized that was going to do this check and realized he didn't have enough money, so I had to go back and just grab some more. Ooh, nice hovers.
Interesting.
Lost Woods. Don't we have Lost Woods, Path of Med?
We do.
That's probably it, because that's Path of Med for Shadow.
Let's see.
Nice super slide there for Egg to get there.
Oh, and Domain was Lens. I've been using Wath for listing off the path hints. Or the goal hints, sorry. Oh, there's another. Is that the only strength we found? That is the second strength then.
It's the second strength.
Because the other one was in DC.
Correct.
Yeah, that's my thought, Dotso, because Path is not linked to goals, it's just Path of the Hero. So
Also,
if you're ever unsure...
They are technically Way of the Hero, and the back end sounds vaguely lewd. Not sure it's appropriate for stream.
Oh my god.
Accidentally correct is my personal also favorite kind of correct, and also the most common one. I think Shiro asks yourself that all the time.
Yes, shut up. I can only share a brain cell with one person. I can't stretch it this thin. Don't make a comment to that. Oh my god.
Ooh, on Consultant's side, we're going for Poe cutscene skip.
Yeah, strength 2.
With a bug too for the extra swag. So typically you do this with a fish because fish tend to flop around less, which makes it easier to set up. Bugs can be a little annoying because they'll just be jerks. So we'll see. Is he doing a setup for this, or is he just yodeling? Looks like a setup. And you got it. Nice. Yeah, as I mentioned previously, they're bros. Do we have a name for the bugs? I thought we did.
The Three Stooges, whatever you want to call them.
Larry, Curly, and Mo?
Mo? Yeah, something like
Question
that.
mark?
Yep.
Yes!
GG.
Nailed it. GG. So if you didn't miss earlier when describing that, what's happening is that you're catching either the bugs or the fish on a certain frame, and that kind of interrupts the cutscene of the pose putting the elevator down, and that lets you get back control so you can then go jump in the elevator before it goes down, and then that causes it to stay raised up until the point that you reset the dungeon based on anything that resets the dungeon, which includes dying, save warping, exiting, and coming back in. Avoiding out or getting caught by Swall Masters, like a bunch of stuff. Basically, you got to be real careful.
Right, and Veranda, there are actually dungeon shortcuts that exist right now, and also getting it with Susan, GG Susan. But dungeon shortcuts where the elevator is permanently up is something that is not yet PR'd, but there is a fork for it. I know, and I uploaded Susan as an emote. Because I got 4 extra emote slots.
Susan, best fish.
Well, I mean, standard or whatever, it's rule set independent. It's just a setting. So, you can do that. So, shout out to Moraxis, because there also is shadow shortcut, where the block is moved, so you can go straight to the back. I think there's just a lot of discussion in terms of what is the setting meant to do. Is it for logic or is it for dungeon rushing? And it does sound like the intent was just to dungeon boss rush rather than for logic changes where you could have more opportunities for items in interesting locations. And also, why are we having double forest?
I was coincidentally double forest, which is nice. What we did see Egg do there is a trick known as a hover boost, where if you put on hover boots on the second frame of damage from bombs, mostly, you get a huge burst of speed forward. That's the bingo setup I typically see. Get in the corner and side hop left through side hop left 4 times, then drop bomb and neutral roll twice.
So you've had no logic in your brain since before I even met you.
Yeah, the fun thing for DDR is typically the worst spots for boss keys is similar to Shadow, is typically about the middle section, because that will take you the longest to get to, regardless what direction you go. Which happens a lot. It's like one of the pose. Those are typically the worst. Especially since that also requires bow, whereas you can sometimes get away with not needing bow in forest, depending where your BK is. We're also going to see objectively the most fun usage for ISG. If you missed at the start, you interrupt a crouch stab with some kind of action, and this causes your sword to be stabbing every single frame. And you need to be stabbing or using your sword to reflect Phantom Ganon's attacks, so you just stand there as the tennis plays itself, which is objectively the best way to play tennis, both IRL and in OoT. Ooh, another nice hover boost on Consultant side. This time to get over to the section over here with the Wall Master.
Yeah, Consultant's still collecting skulls. So, we still don't know what 20 is. 30 is a shield. 40 we don't know, and 50 is dead.
Yeah, in standard, you actually have to like be good and stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god, what? True, Tom. It is a skill. What's a fucking pun?
I
I'm
assume that the
confused.
typo is. Oh,
Oh
okay, cool.
god.
I'm glad you
Oh my
explained it because there
god.
was not a hope in hell I was gonna get that.
Now that I got it, now I'm upset. Now you're
Now
both
that I got
banned.
it, I appreciate it because
Oh my
no, I would
god.
not have caught a sports reference. See, now I don't seem so bad, do I, Shira? Huh? Asder making me look good. Thanks, Asder.
You're still in deep shit, Davi.
That's my perpetual state of being. I'm aware of this.
Yes. Oh look, another ocarina. I also
So
like how Consultant has strength, but is still doing this skip.
I think it's technically faster, but more importantly, it's more swag. So
It is slightly, yeah, even with fast block pushing.
and it also has the advantage if you do screw it up that then you can just be on the other side and pull the pull the block from there, and it's still faster.
That is something that I try to do. Like, I always will go for, like, the strat as practice, even if I fail it. I'm like, yeah, I'll just do this. I have actually done that before, where I missed and I just pulled the block. Because even with hover boots, you don't have to pull it all the way. Don't say anything.
Too easy.
That's also what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't win when I'm the one that trained you. That's not gonna happen. And also, almost close to 2-hour Ganon's Castle. Oh, irons in
Nice iron.
Water Trial. That's ironic.
If they're making you to do all dungeons, they're like, yeah, beat Jabu, so then you can go into the trials to get the iron boots, to then go beat water. Okay, thanks.
And also, who's Brian? Do I need to know?
Also,
'Cause we
why are you
share
guys in a cell with him? What did you guys do?
I know. Oh, mirror
Oh,
shield.
nice mirror shield. That might be go mode for Egg, I think.
Well, we're in Muggle mode still.
Oh, Muggle mode, true. We're still looking for magic.
But I am happy we have our mirror shield. That's all I care about. Brian will remember this. Won't get us.
Well, never mind. Now we're in go
Shadow
mode.
Trial 2. Worst check
Yeah.
in the game. And yeah, now Egg is in go mode.
Yeah, Shadow Trial 1 having mirror shield, Shadow Trial 2 having magic. Just
Yeah.
wow.
Tom, you can mark the go mode. Please tell me the other magic is in Jabu to make me feel better, because no one is going to be checking Shadow Trial 2.
I mean, you might if you're already there, like Egg. Like,
No, I wouldn't, even if I was there. It will stay orphaned, unless it's directly hinted. And even then, I don't know if I'll go for it.
well, long shot, it's not bad.
Well, long shot fire, oh, yeah, it is. Long shot and hovers. Oh god, that really sucks. Look at those bomb
Ooh, nice
drops!
bomb
Someone's
drops.
jealous.
RG molding.
Well, I was more talking about that, though, because he doesn't have that luck either. No one is a god like Link 11.
Yeah. See, I just see that as the like end screen for OOT. Just I hate you, egg, as the Ganondorf goes into like the abyss.
I can make that happen. I can pause it on that frame.
Be
Don't tempt
surrounded
me.
by a bunch of bomb drops.
Someone Photoshop it. We'll tell X. Consultant going all the way through forest too.
Well, he didn't do the hover boost to Amy, whatever green poets. I never remember what their names are. But going
Amy
to
is green, yes.
perfect. Then didn't do the hover boost to Amy, so I think hasn't found the key yet. It's raining bombs, hallelujah.
I actually approve of that song. You may continue.
I don't know any of the other lyrics, so that would be tough.
Oh well, that's your problem.
No, I think it's the benefit of everyone in chat. So I think they're very happy. Oh, and Consultant going for a nice ledge clip here. This one skips you having to go to the to go like basically over to the other room where there's the frozen eye. So you want to like be rolling, and then there's one frame during the grab animation that you can target and then be inside the wall. And then there's a little bit of precise movement you do, and bam, in the basement. Forest might be boring in standard, but there's quite a lot of cool tricks in it in DDR. Especially if you have hover bits.
Yeah, Egg could technically do Gerudo gate skip. That's allowed.
Oh, the one like up top where you use the hover bits? You could do that one for sure.
Or the inverted cam with bombs.
Doesn't that need hover? I thought that one you hover in the air.
Oh, fuck, that is a hover. Never mind. Sorry. Bingo on the brain. Because I had to do that during bingo. Yeah, true. It does require hover. Never mind.
Yeah, you could do the one from the prison cell. That one is allowed.
Yes, it is.
But that one's super old, so I'm not sure
how familiar I am with it. There's two different versions of it. Also, I saw Tob do it where he literally threw a bomb and then did the setup right as it was exploding to do the super slide. I'm like, what a god.
That sounds like Tob, yeah.
Yeah. So that was intimidating. But I am like thoroughly convinced that Requiem is going to be here probably. So yeah. Oh my god, Dotso, why are you joining this? Why?
I was debating going for that one, but I was like, it's not worth the extra shit that Shear's gonna pile on.
He already has a summer house on the moon, so I mean, I guess we're going to Jupiter at this rate.
Man, that's get far. There's a couple planets between those, but like, hey, you know. Yeah, that's just got my back, you know.
Bros before hoes? Pluto's not a planet anymore.
It's a planet in our hearts, okay?
Listen, when I went to school, Pluto was still a planet.
Me too, actually. So does... Oh, I think Egg actually has Silver Gauntlet, so probably won't do anything too fancy. But we'll be able to... we'll probably clip the child side. Ooh, maybe with some... Maybe with another empty jump slash to do those checks. So he does have Dins.
And magic. And fire arrows. He has multiple options.
Those are lame when it comes... Said you should do the cool trick. No, Egg,
do the cool trick. Yep, he's doing fire arrows.
No, Egg, do the cool trick. You already disappointed us by getting a 1 in 32.
Please tell... Oh, I want to know if it's Requiem. No. That was interesting.
Yeah, don't get hit by those because you will. It will stop your super slide and you will be sad.
And it also could have VC crashed because I've actually had that happen.
And Asder, you can't let minor things like facts get in the way of a good joke. It's, important rules, Facts aren't as important as jokes. So also going for the swag quick kill on Phantom Ganon with ISG. Nice, leave that. It might also be that we're really not sure what Consultant has, since Consultant actually joined in a little bit later. So the tracker might not be fully up to date. Yeah, I do know, though, that Egg has done more dungeons than Consultant for sure. Because I don't think Consultant has gone to Shadow yet. And surprisingly, I don't think Consultant's gone to DC either, but didn't get bombs that long ago. An Egg is likely to just look for the boss key and then just do statue climb is what I'm anticipating happening here. Which he's got really good equipment for it. There are versions, I think, for like using chews or bombs and having hookshot or not having hookshot, and having hover boots and not having hookshot. So it'll be very quick. I was in Chow side, I missed it. Oh damn! So this is gonna be super fast for Spirit. Gonna go straight there. Yeah, you can do it fully itemless too. Like there's just 600 variations of how to do this. Done. And then hookshot extension, beautiful. And yeah, and you can also use this with like I think just like hover boots in order to actually skip directly to the boss room. But for DDR, since you are required to open the boss door, what you have to do is you have to actually get to the boss door in order to open it. You can do that either with hookshot or with I think hover boots, or even with nothing. But the easiest way I think is typically just to do hookshot extension, just like that. I thought on Consultant side, it looked like he might have been going for a weird setup. How this elevator works is really dumb. Apparently, it just checks that there are 2 explosions that are far enough away to hit the trigger box. So you can like throw 2 of them right off to the side on the right-hand side, and it still counts. It's hilarious. But did the setup with strength, where you just pick it up and bring it to the middle. Kind of gross. That's okay, actually. Rova kind of being somewhat of a jerk, but not too bad. Meanwhile, Consultant's going through DC. We know he'll find another strength here, which will be 2. Will be useful for Spirit if he just wants to push the block. as well as we'll also find Din's Fire here, I think was the other thing. Nice double.
Did Consultant freeze for you too?
Nope, not on my end.
Okay, I don't know what was going on. That was also
Egg.
really funny to see it in fast forward.
Egg was frozen briefly on my side, but I think that's because of Twin Rova. Just, got hit. Tends to happen. Well, this will be the 5th medallion for Egg, so then he'll be able to very, very quickly go to Ganon's castle. And just beat up Ganondorf.
Strength 3? Oh no, that's strength 2. I keep forgetting that's where it was beforehand.
Yeah.
Goldfish. Oh yeah, and Lax is an item, by the way. Oh my god, Spirit was vanilla too for the medallion. I just noticed that. So we had Spirit, Deku, and Jabu.
This is clearly not randomized. I hit the wrong button.
Clearly. There were a lot of problems with this. It's broken. Don't worry, we'll get a refund.
We'll fix it.
Oh yeah, fire too is red. I can't tell when they're not lit up.
I mean, fire isn't necessarily red. You can have different colors of fire depending what you put into it. You can get blue fire. Sometimes from Ice Cavern, sometimes by putting in, like, I don't know, sodium? I forget what it is. Copper makes green flames.
It does actually, yes.
Green flames. Yeah, that is true. Butane is blue. Ah, thanks, Tobias. Glad someone caught it. It also makes sense too because being salty is another term for being upset, and another way of being upset is like you're kind of sad, and if you're sad, you're blue. It all links together. It makes perfect sense. We're going to see a very, very quick defeat of Ganondorf with light arrows, bottle, and a big Goron sword.
20 dead.
Drew, is that you saying that you actually, when you're on fire, you have a blue flame? Because I don't think that's something you're supposed to know. Because I don't know why you would know that happens. Would not recommend.
The box movement, oh.
Yeah, Windows, you're supposed to Hess up those stairs. Very nice kill there. ISG, if you're able on a console that you have more than 2 frames during that fight, you can get ISG, and that makes it really, really easy to get 1 cycle. Very clean. Every time I see this section of the game with VC, I'm always impressed at how many frames it has. Swag
You and
Din's
your
Fire
Everdrive.
Sword Keep.
Yep.
Super Slide's pretty cool. Super Slide's my preference. Being a Super Slide console, just in a very nice one to get to Keck. And a shoe house, nice. So yeah, so you can see here it has the same speed as the Super Slide, but you can control. The major difference being that it's more precise in terms of the inputs. Get your GGs ready for egg. Overall, kind of an anti at a little over 2 hours. For testing new settings, that's not too bad, but not great either. Typically, we expect to see like some of the during S1 towards the end of that, we were getting to like the point that like 130 to 145 was decent times. But as things are getting new settings, it's kind of expected that get pushed back. That will be GG for egg with the face stab. So final time, 2 hours and 55 seconds. GGJ indeed, though this is actually DDR.
I'm going to swap to Consultant's audio, but super low because he does not have clean mic. And I asked Egg if he'd like an interview, so we'll see. GGJ. Astro, I don't know if that was actually a typo. I think you made Dotso very happy for like 0.3 seconds. And Consultant also going for the glitch damage value.
Yeah, without magic, it is
There
pretty
you
good.
go.
Oh, nice, got it.
Jeez, nice.
Pretty quickly, too.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Oh, and Egg apparently named his file name A, so we can't get the curse you, Egg.
Alright, bad man.
Egg is going to do an interview with us.
Also, happy 2 hour, everyone. This is a good chance for us to mention that you are watching the DDR restream. DDR is a glitched rule set between standard and normal war that allows for a lot of quality life stuff while banning some powerful glitches in the game. You can check out the link there to find exactly all of the rules. Notably, I've realized that I forgot to do this last time, But shout out to our trackers who are helping us out. I forgot to do at the 1 hour. Sorry, guys. So we got Hermaltech and Quagsire that have been helping out tracking. Super special thank you for Quagsire, who with the switching of the people out has kept up very beautifully with the keeping up the tracker and trying to figure out what Consultant has. So extra special thanks for Quagsire. If you are looking to try out the DDR rule set, which we always encourage, you can check out the Discord and check out the DDR discussion channel. We'll have people who are more than willing to help you with tricks, as well as the gameplay and tricks section. If you want to try out these races, you can try ping the DDR rule and DDR race planning, as well as try out any of the asyncs that you'll find in the async chat. Also, while we're giving shoutouts, we can shout out the runners, Eggmeister and Consultant, as well as Datsu, who had to drop earlier for reasons, which can happen. Life can sometimes happen. And also shoutouts to my co-commentator, Shiro, who is also doing the restream. Because, who needs to just do one job at once? It's fine.
Yes, and thank you, Dobby, for commentating with me again. One of these days, it won't be so full of puns. I pray for that day. But also shoutouts to the rest of our community that is playing in this race. We have Fanta and Snarky that are off stream. I'd say I'd swap in one of them, but once Egg comes in for interview, we'll see where Consultant is. I know I'm not going to hold my breath on. I know better. We'll see how far Consultant has to go, and perhaps we may be able to watch him finish it out. Because we do know where the Mirror Shield is, and Consultant is more than capable of getting it. And I don't know if they did complete Deku, but yeah. Not much left to go. They'll get the Light Arrow hint for Treasure Chest minigame. They have Sun Song. They'll have... Actually, we'll see if they get the magic from Ganon's. That would also be fascinating. But yeah, we'll play it by ear.
Also, welcome, Egg.
Hello.
She's not seen the way.
GG.
That was
GG's.
Indeed. I am very surprised that something was actually in Treasure Box for once.
So were we.
I was. We were amazed that it was 1 in 32, and I kept hoping it wasn't because I wanted you to show off the trick for the Sun Song, and they're like, no, Rupee, and then it was a Light Arrows, and it was great.
Well, at least I warped out of there, so you got to see effectively the same thing. Put away OI.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you play Sun Song there, if anyone doesn't know, it resets, like, you go back to the beginning, you can buy another key, but all the doors stay unlocked. So you can effectively, with Sun Song and a bottle, you can get through it.
Yeah, and like 10 rupees.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you might want a little bit more than that. I was a little scared that if I got really, really bad luck, maybe I would run out of money, but I don't think... I think 40 is way more than enough. I should math it out. What's the minimum you would need to be safe? But who knows?
Just get lucky, and you're fine. Just 1 in 32, and then you're good.
Yeah, the only reason I did that was because of ZD being hinted. And the only thing Zora Domain gave was Lens, which I figured was for getting to Spirit.
Yeah.
But you might as well just say, whatever, go there. Especially when you don't have Bomb Bag yet. Like, I was like, if a Bomb Bag's there, that would be really good. So there's a couple things that could have been there. But, yeah, that was funny. And then Magic and Gold Gauntlets was funny. Oh. I almost didn't get long shot because I was like, I don't really need it, and I'm like, I might as well get it. And the good thing I did, I guess. I wonder where the other one is, because that's pretty ugly spot for Magic to be.
It's nice. At least you had the Mirror Shield like right next to it, so.
Oh yeah,
you were already doing it, but.
Dude, Shadow Trial actually had useful things for once. That like never happens. But I'm like, oh, I need 2 items for Go mode. I go to Shadow Trial. I'm in Go mode now. That doesn't happen that often, like ever. But yeah, I mean, I wonder where Hammer was. Hammer would have been faster, most likely. But I don't know. That boss key was literally first chest. So I guess it was on Child's side. So,
yeah, Spirit boss key was basically as good as you can get.
Yeah.
Shadow was kind of eh.
Yeah, Shadow was just slow. I mean, I knew where the boss key was, because that was hinted, which of course is the worst spot it could be, which is the pot room in the middle. But I just figured might as well full clear. I debated skipping the back, but at that point, I needed 2 items, I think. Yeah, I needed magic and then either, hammer or mirror. That's all I needed. So I was like, I might as well do it. But I can see arguing to skip that in the back, but yeah.
I also appreciate that the starting song that you guys got for Skip Child Zelda was Serenade with Barren Lake Hylia and Stone Water.
Yeah, that was annoying. I mean, the nice thing was it was like quick access. Like it made child routing like interesting at the beginning. That was cool about Serenade, but yeah, and then it became just annoying. Especially that adult spawn was just crap. Being in Lost Woods is not the greatest adult spawn. I guess I probably should have used it to go to Forest, maybe. I had Belair. Yeah. I completely forgot about that spawn. It was garbage. And then, of course, I forgot I got Eponas. I thought I got Sarias, and then I was very confused why Epona was out in field. I was like, why do I hear a horse right now? I'm like, My brain breaks when it comes to Epona, I swear. Like, the one time I played it, I literally played Prelude instead, for some reason. I don't know why, but every time I try to play Epona, my brain's like, play Prelude. And I'm like, okay. So,
like, I definitely would understand Zelda's Lullaby instead of Epona's, because, I mean, it's just, like, flip 2 of the notes. But Prelude is a little bit further away. At least it's still the same kinds of notes, but...
It's like the first 2 notes I play, and then I'm like, oh, we're playing those notes, time to play Prelude. I don't know, my brain just, like, breaks when it comes to Epona. I don't get it. I also always think it's Sarios, because I generally don't care about Epona. Like, Epona's interesting for, like, you have logical access to Fortress, but, like, in terms of what you can do with it, it's just, in DDR, it just amounts to, you can move kind of faster, even though Hessing would technically be faster. And you can do 2 checks, which is horseback archery. That is it. I guess, like, pose, but, I mean, I don't know. Epona-less pose is not that difficult. And doing pose usually doesn't happen. This is the first time I've done pose in a very long time. And of course, it was
kind of wondering if you're going to do horseback archery with, like, the early bow and the early Epona. I'm like, ooh, is someone going to go for that?
Yeah, nah, it's too slow. Like, at that point, you had so much open up. Like, I figured something would be in bottom of the well, but then, of course, I got that bomb bag, and I was like, I'm just going to not go there anymore. And then at that point, at least for me, I had Lost Woods hinted and DC, which kind of sucks, because I did Shadow, and then I both got the 2 Shadow items on my hints, but whatever. I mean, Hovers would have made it a little bit faster, but not really by much. Dins, I don't even think I picked up Dins. I was like, oh, neat, and then I just left.
I think your tracker was trying to figure out, because you were like, did it look like you're debating whether to grab it, so I think they clicked it, and then I had to unclick it. I think right now it's clicked on the final tracker.
It's clicked on mine, so I did click it, because, like, in all reality, it's, like, slower not to just pick up DC's heart anyways, because you have to wait. Like, the blue portal takes so long to load in Dodongo's Cavern. Like, there's no reason not to pick it up. So I don't know why I didn't just pick it up, but I just saw it, I was like, neat, and then left for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I did. I mean, at that point, it was worthless to me. I mean, Dins in general, at least for me, like, if you know the thing I did a bunch of times, which is to get the empty jump slash, Dins becomes pretty much a nothing item at that point. There's really no use for Dins except for speeding up a couple areas, but it's not really an item you particularly care about anymore because of that, because of GDS, as I call it, and no one else calls it that, but I call it that, so, you know.
I think Dust does too. I've seen him refer to it as GDS.
Yeah, it's just a nice acronym, but...
Excuse me, it's an initialization because you can't pronounce it.
Okay, buddy.
I'm staying
That's for Dotso because he's gone, so I have to be a pedant for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
I'm assuming whatever thing he had in 15 or 30 minutes, I'm assuming it became a bigger thing. That sucks.
Yeah, like an hour.
Yes.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I would imagine. I'm curious what... I mean, I'm assuming... Okay, so I know where 2 of the bomb bags were. One was on bongo, so you're not getting that one first. Most likely not. I guess maybe if you got choose somewhere and you really wanted to be a gamer, you could do it. But that would be an interesting use to choose. So that 10 one, I would imagine you pretty much have to get. I wonder where like the third one is, but I don't know the guy, other guys still racing. I don't know how often they do Skulltulas.
Actually, Consultant farmed it to 20 skulls, so 20 was a bloopy.
Oh, nice.
So definitely, at least we know Consultant does. Fanta and Snarky, I'm not entirely sure.
Pretty sure Snarky hates Skulltulas.
Yes, I also think so.
So I don't
too.
think she's gonna get that one.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Fanta's done a lot of standard stuff, so I anticipate decent at skull routing. So my guess is going to get 10.
Skull routing's not that bad.
I would go to 20 before actually like caring.
Yeah, especially when you don't get early bomb bag. You always have to like before you get bomb bag. That's really where you care about logic in DDR. Is like, I want my bomb bag, and then I can do whatever I want. Pretty much, is how it works. Generally speaking, in DDR, a little bit more complicated than that. But once you get bomb bag, the world is your oyster. So you want to stay in logic for that. And 10 and 20 are so early, usually logically, that it's not a. It's hard to argue not going for it, especially when you can like route in quite a few early to do it. So it's not terrible to go for them. Yeah, does anyone have? Does any of them have hammer by chance? I'm curious where that was.
We don't know yet.
Well
yeah,
then,
Consultant hasn't found it yet, and Dotso didn't find it in the 15 minutes. So we don't know. We might have to
slack and not being go mode 15 minutes in. What is this?
Yeah, garbage seed.
Yeah, garbage seed.
Mito's not having all 10 of the items you need. How dare you?
Only had bow. Where was the magic and lighter? We also don't know where the other magic is too, by the way. So Shadow Trial 2, what the fuck?
Shadow Trial generally.
I know. Yes, fair. Mirror Shield and magic. True. I think the second magic is in Jabu. That's just my thoughts right now.
Yeah, I was concerned because when I was going through DC, I'm like, I get Ring, and then I got Strength. I'm like, I can't be that, and I'm like, oh, is Ring the item? Is there something in Jabu? But then you got the Dins, so it was a whatever. Yeah. But I was debating before seeing that Dins, like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go Jabu, because like that Ring can't be for Skulltulas at that point, because you already had Hookshot. It pretty much had to be to get into Jabu and do Jabu stuff. But I'm curious what was in Jabu. It'd be interesting. I mean, I never found Rudos, so who even knows where that is?
I believe Consultant did.
Yeah, Consultant did.
It is tracked.
I don't remember where it was, though, but it was I think it was in Forest, maybe?
Oh, yeah, Consultant did the entirety of Forest.
I did not.
It would not be my first choice, either.
I usually debate when you get early boss key to do like everything up till like the block room, because that's pretty quick, but I don't know. Usually if I'm not in go mode, I want to do at least basement and then like the green po check, because both of those can't be small keys. So they're guaranteed to either be the item or the boss key, so you want to do those as quickly as possible in DDR. And just generally, even if you get the boss key, you probably still want to do them. But the other ones, of course, can be small keys, but there's like, 9 items in Forest, so it's not a terrible idea. But I would, if you can do po cutscene, I would bail before going up to like past the block puzzle. That's when you're getting too deep into Forest if you don't have to. But sometimes it pays off.
Especially if you don't have to risk accidentally dying, voiding, or anything like that. Better not to.
Yeah. It's just slow. And like you're just more likely to get keys or something. I mean, I guess you could argue it because you don't have minuet, so getting back is like, I don't know, 1 minute excursion just to get back there, but still. The chances of something valuable being there is pretty low. So it's not really worth the time investment if you don't have to do it. Especially because you had other stuff to like do, I would imagine at that point. I would imagine some people went bottom of the well at some point. Does anyone know what was there? I'm curious. Nothing? Like,
don't remember there being anything. The Consultant went there, but I don't think there was anything good.
Classic bottom of the well, being in logic, like the 2-minute mark, and being the most like check dense area in the game and having literally nothing. Phenomenal. Good thing I didn't go there, I guess. Dang, that sucks.
We also had, like, in terms of the hints for the path, we had DC path, which I presume is for the Din's Fire, since that is required for Shadow. Then we had the fantastic Zora's Domain path, or Lens for Spirit, as I think the only one that it could be for.
Yep.
Then I don't think you found this one, but Lost Woods had hover boots for Shadow.
Yeah, I found that one too.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucked because, like, at that point, when I went to Shadow, I'm like, oh, I need 2 items. Oh, I have DC and Lost Woods left. I'll get something at least. And then it's like, oh, here's stuff to go to Shadow. Thanks.
Thanks, game.
But, I mean, at least Hover Boots made Force a little bit faster because you could do the damage boost. But, I mean, you could just Mega Flip too, so it's not that big of a deal. It's something. I mean, Hover Boots is, like, probably the most useful, like, not required item for anything, really. Like, the only value in terms of, like, checks Hover Boots has, if you know everything you can do with DDR, is pretty much getting to Morpha. Is like the big one, because you either need a long shot or hovers to get to Morpha. Of course, you didn't have to be water here, so but hovers are also just nice. You can do a lot of, like, fast strats with them, and they're just generally nice. But there's a lot of ways to get around. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to just do the exact same thing, albeit harder without it. There's also, I guess, like, Shadow Trial, I guess. But, you know, who does that? Who hesses around Shadow Trial? Only heathens do that. I've done it, I think, once. Well, usually I just super slide to the torch and then just, like, have GDS stored and hit it and then go from there.
Oh, that's smart. But bingo, typically they do, like, a double super slide method.
They, like, Hess. You can Hess all the way. I think you Hess to the torch, you then change your angle, and then it's pretty precise, but you can just get enough airtime with a jump slash out of, like, a Hess hover thing to get to, like, the platform with the like, and then from there you have hover boots, so you can just do normal stuff. But it's not particularly easy. I think you can also get there with, like, a hammer or something. Like, you can, like, hammer boost off the torch and get there. I don't know. There's a lot of stupid stuff you can do in Shadow Trial. But no one does it because Gold Gauntlets is usually nothing. But it was something today. That sucks. My favorite Gold Gauntlet chest, at 1 seed, it was the hookshot, with the other hookshot being enforced. So you were required to get fire arrows to get a hookshot. That was fun.
That's some hot garbage.
Yep. Yeah, it was. But yeah, I mean, the seed was interesting. The spawn was not... The trial spawn was fine. Nothing that interesting. Nothing terrible. And the Serenade was cool. Serenade, I think, is one of my preferred start-in songs. It just allows you to do a lot of interesting routing stuff. Push Deku back a lot because of that. Which I considered when I saw the Deku hint. I was like, oh, maybe I should just go to Deku. But I'm like, we'll just not do that.
That was something we were talking about, though, because all of the conversation prior to starting was about starting with consumables and Ocarina. And then we got Deku and DC on the path of medallions, and no one rushed it for 48 minutes.
Jeez, really? Dang. It's just slow to get there. And, like, you're like, oh, maybe I'll get Minuet or something to make it faster. And then you want to push it off, too, because, like, if you have Child Lost Wood stuff to do, which, like, I would count, like, Child Goron City, you want something to be able to do, like, Lost Woods, Kokiri, and Deku at the same time. So you had, like, nothing for that. And you just hope you get something. Of course, like, I don't think anyone got, like, a slingshot or had Bomb Bag or Sarias by the time they went to Deku, but I don't know. I mean, it's fine to push it off. Like, if you had a closer spawn, you definitely go there. But because you have to go across all of Hyrule Field, it's like, who cares to do that? That's just slow.
If it looks like, if the tracker is correct, which we don't know because we don't know if the consultant actually went early, because he might have been done it before we swapped in. It's not Mark that he has the
No,
Deku
he marked
done.
Deku.
Oh,
I
he's
think.
got dark. He's got
And
Deku.
the click is on it. So I don't know if that
Yes,
means
yeah.
he's doing it now.
Is he?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, I could see pushing back Deku even farther than I did, but with it being hinted and you not having Bomb Bag, you have to be scared for your life that Bomb Bag is in Deku.
Oh, he has a hook shot. So he did do Deku because like he has long shot.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Oh.
and one of them was the Deku, and you would not go in there and not do Deku Tree.
Right.
Yeah. The other one was
hmm.
hammer locked.
Lake Hylia is hinted foolish. So what is he? Oh, he's trying to get this. Oh, come on, Octorok not participating.
Yeah,
I know.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do this, you shield damage, and then you hold the target, and you hold up, shield, and then mash target, and it will send you backwards at high speeds.
Yeah, it's not particularly bad to do.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Sound effects are like are kind of annoying because it's like it does the whoa 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 as you do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that sound effect? One more time.
Whoa whoa whoa. As you continuously target.
Can we get the Dobby MSU pack where you just swap in all the sound effects for noises you hit?
Will be the bomb explosion.
But yeah.
Oh wait,
every time you fire, every time you fire an ice arrow, it's actually like an ice pun because you never do it anyway. So.
We have multiple ones. Going to be a different one each time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I see no problem with this. This seems perfect.
We'll do it for the Magic 8-Ball race. Dobby sound effects.
Fanta finished.
Oh, GG, Fanta.
I don't know if he's on the restream or not.
No, we picked Consultant.
Because
I wanted to bully him.
Rude. So yeah, GG. Official time for Fanta of 2:24:50. GG's.
I should probably pull up to see what Consultant's actually doing instead of looking at literally nothing. Which?
I believe he's probably looking for a mirror shield or a magic, which to me means he did not go to Ganon's yet.
Yeah, most likely.
Because he'd at least get the mirror shield, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well then, yes. Oh my god, if the Magic 8-Ball said maybe, I don't know. I think I would have a lot of doubts. My faith in Magic 8-Ball would be low.
Is Sage trying to expand his cult of Magic 8-Ball in chat?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Classic.
Yeah, we people are saying we need to do swag race where you get time deducted based on how many swag strats you do. But we're like, we have to do the Magic 8-Ball race first.
And I can't wait for that to be like the fastest seed ever. You make choices all on Magic 8-Ball. Do I go to Mido's house? No. Okay, I'm not going.
Okay.
I actually joked that that's why you took so long to go to Deku, as a Magic 8-Ball told you no.
Oh.
I think we should also do that for the settings too. Will Skip Child Zelda be on? Looks like no. Magic 8-Ball said so.
The future is unclear.
Future's unclear. Random it is.
Oh my god, can we do this? We'll do a settings draft with the Magic 8-Ball.
So stupid.
No, we're gonna do that live on stream. I'm gonna buy on Amazon a Magic 8-Ball. I'm gonna put a camera on it and be a live settings draft, and then everyone will just get the patch.
Yeah. And if it says something like Outlook not good, you just you set it to random.
You set it to random with 12 MQ and 1-hit KO, or you do the hell preset. Hey, Kevin.
This sounds terrible, and I love it.
Phenomenal.
All right, next month. Everyone be there, be square.
Rando, but it's 8-Ball.
Exactly.
I think that the full clickbait you go is Rando, but if the 8-Ball says a setting, I have to use it. That's the full clickbait YouTube title.
Dude, the
I like
tracker on the restream is more filled out than mine. Dang, you guys do a better job than I do. Tracking my own stuff.
Shout outs to our trackers.
I suck at tracking. I'm too spoiled by A Link to the Past where I can just be like, hit a button and then it auto tracks everything. Like, nice. Can't do that. Can't do that with my VC.
Yeah, you can't do that on VC. You are allowed for the DDR weaklings to use logic trackers and the auto trackers and logic trackers for the DDR weekly specifically, since they're literally just for fun. If you want to use any tool you want to help you learn, go right ahead. Though, do note that that does not apply during tournaments. So,
yeah. Well, we become try-hard during tournaments, so you can't use anything to help.
oh, there you go. There's that hammer.
Oh, is it
on Rolling
Goron?
Goron? Oh my god, why is it always Goron City?
Every single time, dude.
I think Consultant's probably gonna go to Fire then.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
He doesn't have magic though, so that could be interesting. He's not in Go mode because of that magic.
Oh, he was thinking about doing the. I was wondering what he was doing. He was thinking about doing the Mega Side Hop to clip him because it's faster.
Yeah.
But he must have forgot how to do it.
Yeah. Datsu, you came back at the perfect time. I actually was going to say that, and I'm like, something's in Goron City. Datsu must have just arrived. It's exactly like me. Whenever I turn into your stream, you get a mirror shield. It's the reverse. You get a hammer in Goron City. That
would have been a really nice hammer. Dang. I would have definitely done that if I had, any explosives when I was going to Deku. But, 10.
I didn't have explosives in this seed.
Yeah.
I didn't have any explosives and no logic. Can't relate.
I can't. I wonder where the chew packs were. I think I got one. They were hiding. I would have taken even 5 chews. But, yeah, here we are. Oh, dude, I can't wait for Magic to be in this rolling pot. Here.
God, that'd be amazing.
That would be so good.
Phenomenal. I would love it so much.
Just Go mode right after the previous item would be just so good.
I mean, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, that's why it would be so good.
It's just a shadow trial instead.
Just another
it's
wallet.
a seed. I think it's seed, but
Seed?
yeah, either way, not very useful.
Yeah, it's another slingshot. So. If you want more ammo for the thing you'll never use,
can't read. So again, this is an established fact.
You don't need to read. You just need to it involves the difference of color, so you should be good at it, and I should be terrible at it.
They're all espresso, Dobby. That doesn't help either.
Yeah, I mean, this is fair. Every item in this game is espresso.
I think no logic is less scary because bottom of the well
statement.
Is more likely to have stuff in no logic. For some reason,
far away from me.
I feel like in glitchless logic, bottom of the well is just hard coded and never have anything. I don't know why. Or has everything. That's the only 2 options in bottom of the well.
Why is he playing Serenade?
You have Bolero. Where are you looking for?
He's probably gonna do field.
What he did field? Didn't he do most of those?
I don't know. I mean, he's Wesson. Let's go. We're Wesson, baby. No, he's gonna set Scarecrow in case he gets boned.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a smart.
Yeah, true.
I don't think does he not have long shot? Oh no, he doesn't. Have long shot. But pixel size sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he has the warp songs. It takes 5 seconds. It's a good play.
I would say if no one had finished yet, I wouldn't do it just because you got to be super time efficient when no one's finished yet. But in this case, doesn't matter.
Also, I think everyone is going to be luckier than I was with the 2 seeds that were given to me by Cubs. So you know what? You were probably going to be fine because I got the worst of all of them.
The one with RG. Oh God.
That was really bad.
That was so
just
bad.
Really bad. I could have finished it too though if I remembered that a wallet buys chews, but also farming 200 rupees 5 times over would not have been fun.
It was not.
Why did he kill the bat? I'm curious. Huh.
I don't know. It was in his face.
No, he just waited for it
fast.
and then killed it. I don't know, dude. Bash is living his life, doing his job. Guarding.
Hashtag
Guarding the
15
place.
rupees an hour for minions. But I mean, it's probably PTSD from every bat in existence in this game, being like,
Yeah.
must get vengeance.
That is usually how no logic works.
Yep.
It's definitely the way you can tell what kind of what kind of rule set and experiences people are used to is ask what's your least favorite way in the game. Because if you play standard or no glitches, typically it'll be the one in Lake for climbing up to the roof. And if you play with glitches, it's that stupid way for Spirit Hover.
Yes. And also Cabbage, while you could do the cutscene, you can't actually boss key skip in this rule set. So it's not really worth it.
Yeah, you can do just the cutscene skip where you do
Or you can just move. Yeah.
like time stop, but it's really not worth it. Because
Right.
the cutscene's 5 seconds maybe.
Hey, you can do a super moon jump from it, you know? Go really high up in the air and then be in an unloaded room. And not be able to do anything because you can't hover. But
No, actually, let me ask about that. Because technically it's the ledge clip that's the BK skip. Could you still get up there? But it unloads the doors, so it's not like you can do anything while there.
Well, I mean, you could get up there and then ledge clip and go in if that's what you're asking.
But
You should be
yeah,
able to do that. The geometry would be the same.
interesting. Is that
Yeah,
a new strat then?
Probably not, because it's more of a pain in the ass to do. And I think
I mean, you're not wrong.
So, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, nice boss key.
That's funky.
No, you abandoned the bomb! Go back for the bomb!
He might have
Yeah.
realized
There
that
you
he's
go.
here you go. Also,
Yes.
how you can tell bingo players bomb drop.
Yeah, he's also wants to do this check because he doesn't have magic.
Yeah, might as well. It's
He also doesn't have
literally
light
anyway.
arrows yet because he didn't 1 in 32.
Yep.
Imagine
Okay.
not going for 1 in 32.
Hey, to be fair, I didn't expect it either. I think my Wii is must be glitched or something, because I'm pretty sure the last time I did it, I got 1 in 32 too. Maybe I'm cheating. I don't even know about it. I don't know. I think last time I did it, I got it too. You got going all up. So I don't know. Maybe my fucking Wii is weird. I don't know.
I think Azure triggered.
Yeah, who needs to go for 1 in 32 when you go 1 in 1024 for just get it twice in a row?
Exactly. To be fair, I never go for it unless I have Sun Song, because I'm not a crazy person. You know, I have some sanity left in me to not just YOLO it.
Doubt. I mean, personally, I will go for it even if I don't have even if I don't have Song. You know, if I've got Lens and Magic, but yeah, it's fine, right?
We got Trolley Boy. You hate to see it. He's gonna breathe fire. Hit him! Hit him! No.
Just like
Could have
fire.
got it. He could have got it. He did not. No, he didn't. No. Whatever. He has whatchamacallit? Go on, Tunic.
So he's fine.
I've never seen Volvolgia actually attack. It usually doesn't get the opportunity. Go off the side. Go off the side. There you go. Nice. Should have just weird shotted. Bit of true gamer and lost time.
It's
But it
swag
would have
though,
looked cool.
so-
It would have looked cool, you know. You can see the actual actor blowing up underneath the ground. That's always fun. Isn't ice arrows do more damage or something?
Yes.
Ice arrows,
Well,
ice arrows, I think do 4.
It's laggy as hell.
We'll do a little weird shot with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be curious what he does after this.
He's probably gonna get light arrow hint. I would hope,
Yeah.
which means that he may find magic on the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
because he's already
my
done
home.
Shadow. Good. Oh, I gotta let my dog out. It probably sounded
Who
like
let
a
the dog
demon
out?
or something. She was like, "Oh,
Ooh.
when you go outside?" Okay.
Actually didn't hear anything, but now I'm concerned. Because it also is the witching hour for my dogs as well.
You didn't hear the dog coming through the mic, but they did. They're
Really?
like, when's? Are we having a concert? Let us all sing you the song of our peoples. I'm sure Consultant would be happy if, that they were singing like that for friendship, because then he would find magic.
Oh, look, a key. That means the hammer was probably required.
Yeah, possibly hovers too.
It would be, yes. So double Path of the Medallions.
Or if you wear the Mask of Truth, can they notice that, and then you can talk to them directly? That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. So I hope this means that, yes, he's going to go into Ganon's castle. Hopefully we'll get the hint, and clear out and get magic. And then we'll be finishing rather shortly. No, wrong way. Go the opposite way. Where are you going?
Consultant, where are you going?
Where are you
Consultant?
going?
Did you forget where Ganon's castle is? Because it's not that way.
Where? What? What?
Where are you going? What you
What's
doing?
going
Did you
on?
actually get a hint for magic and we missed it?
Do we Hessen? I come back to Hess. Nice.
Yeah, well, we're not hessing our way to Ganon, though, which we're surprised about.
Yeah. Yeah, I say checking this. I mean, I guess.
But, why do it now, though?
What is
That
that?
seems odd. You might be going.
Did we get a Hyrule Field path? Path?
Heckin' gold gauntlets, dude. Maybe.
Gold
I stopped
scaling,
reading
you mean?
hints pretty early on. So.
What was it?
Gold gauntlets.
Oh.
So worthless.
He has bombs!
Yeah, but he wants to be a cool lad and throw a rock.
All the sick gains.
He gotta show off those gains. But yes, I'm pretty sure the
Why is he missing it?
How the hell is this thing not triggering?
I know.
I don't know. Doesn't want to be collected.
Even the game's like, no,
There
you can't have strength 3.
No. There you go.
There you go. The game's like, no, go to Ganon's castle. No, go to Ganon's castle. What are you doing?
Yeah. I am curious what the other, see, what hints did I get? I got Lost Woods, Domain, Deku, and DC. So I didn't get one of the gold hints.
Yeah.
I don't know if we know what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any others than that.
Yeah, he's going GTG. Which, I can't argue to do that.
Did he get a hint that we missed, though? Because,
Maybe. I mean, it is a pretty item-dense area, but you still have GT to do. Or Ganon's Castle. You still have Light Arrow hint, and you just kind of hope that magic just falls into your lap, right? So it's better off just to go get that magic hint. Yeah, get magic,
Well, the light arrow hint and figure out and be like, oh well, I'll go get light arrows, and then if on the way we find magic there, great.
Yeah. Also, just even if we weren't in Go mode, GT is Ganon's Castle. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Link to the Past lately. Ganon's Castle is a more lucrative thing to go to than Gerudo area. So. And you also know
the music is better here, so
that's true. But yeah, you don't win off music.
So it probably is not the cat jam music.
Can you see it from there? Interesting. I didn't know that.
I mean, even with glasses, I don't think I'd be able to see it.
Well, I didn't know if it was actually loaded yet. We gonna do a damage boost dive? Yep.
Or not.
There
He's
you go.
not far. There we go.
It's a pretty easy strat if anyone wants to try it.
Whee! Rip Link's neck.
He almost fell! That's also cool as fuck.
Yeah.
For just a heart piece.
I'm assuming he's gonna do the recoil here.
Or Mega Flip, maybe? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you want to be safe. I mean, the recoil, I think, is like a 3-frame window to jump slash. And if you mess it up, you're going to have a very, very bad time coming back to Lake Hylia. So, makes sense. And you go up here, and then whatever setup he's going to use to ladder clip and void out. And then you're back at the top. I don't know if he went through... He didn't go into Carpenter's Tent, did he?
He did.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, so he'll
Good,
just be
good,
able
good.
to go and like avoid real quickly.
Straight to Fortress.
Oh, there were some explosives for you guys.
Nice. No one ever goes there. That's my least favorite bomb bag place. Gerudo Valley bomb bag can just not exist.
Basically, fake bound bag.
What?
Fake
Oh,
bomb
you-
bag?
Fake bomb bag doesn't exist.
Yeah, doesn't exist. Anything in Gerudo Valley better be late game progression, not early, because I'm never going there as child. Ideally, I never go there ever. So you know, yeah, ISG unlike I did, or just stab her or that.
Yeah, just get her to clip and do a torch. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's trap. Yeah, usually I jump slash into the cutscene and then get ISG off the guard, the guy, and then you just run in a circle and she dies. But as you probably saw when I did this, I messed up getting ISG 4 times, and then she just died because crotch stab. That was a comedy reference when I did it.
I appreciate that, Azure. That was a good one.
Nice pun.
It might have been a bridge too far, though, for Shira.
Oh my god.
Also, a quick routing thing here. Consultant should have actually got caught because it would have been faster to get up here from the jail. And then got Voodoo card afterwards. It would have been like a couple seconds faster to do it that way. Especially because he has long shot.
Won't someone please think of all the frames?
Oh, dude, he got 36. I said 36. 30 sticks. There we go. No extra nuts, though. You hate to see it. Actually, does he have extra nuts? I don't even know.
Look at you.
I
Wes.
don't know.
You know,
I mean,
some questions you don't ask. It's not really appropriate to ask.
He was born with extra nuts.
Also, we're going to horseback archery. Aw, yeah.
Makes sense. You do this. Definitely doing this. I mean, I'd be curious if this actually pays off. I mean, there's another magic somewhere, so. But I also wouldn't be surprised if that other magic is in Ganon's as well. I mean, I didn't check Light Trial or Spirit Trial. I also didn't open up the boss key chest. So. It's not unreasonable to think that both the magics are in there. Let's go.
Nice. 1680. Pretty good.
Oh my god. That's the worst bomb bag location ever.
Oh, phenomenal. I love that I'm like a couple seconds behind you guys. So,
Oh
I
yeah,
hear the
we're
reaction.
watching the
Yeah, the commentary.
the commentary page. Yes, words. Words are also hard.
No, I
Words
enjoy
are
it
always-
because I get to hear the reaction before seeing what you reacted to. It's quite enjoyable.
It's like watching a reaction video live.
Yeah, exactly.
Join
Oh,
us
dude,
next week for our meme reaction video. Meme review.
So what's the worst place this second magic could be?
I mean, Jabu's pretty bad. Would be funny
Yeah.
if that was secretly the path hint was actually for magic. Also
Yeah.
nice for camp. And that one's like it's for Din's Fire because that's of course what you see. The downside of these custom like Vega item hits is we actually have no way to tell because they're all listed together.
Yeah. Weird shot.
Yeah, smooth.
That was really clean too.
Mm-hmm.
Old school weird shot setups.
Yeah, I don't think he actually put the hook shot away though.
Well, no, I think the bonk
There we
setup's the newer one. Because it's more clean.
Oh no, I was more talking about why that one didn't work. He's going early. He's going early.
I think you have for this setup you have like 3 frames to roll and 1 frame to pull out the hook shot.
It's difficult. It's
Yes.
what it is. I'm pretty sure the bonk setup is just more consistent. I could be wrong about that though.
Yeah, bonk you definitely have 3 frames for the roll.
Man, I'm pretty sure bonk is the newer setup. This was like the older one, I think. I don't remember. The timeline of OoT is a little muddled in my brain. But I mean, whichever one works matters, even though this one's not working.
You got it first try, and then now.
You did, yeah. The problem with weird shotting is once you mess it up once, it's like, yeah, your brain just, I don't know.
Yeah.
You start thinking
Yay,
about
there
it.
you go.
Yeah. You start thinking about it, and then once you start thinking about weird shots is when everything goes to hell. You can't, like, actively think about what you're doing to weird shot. You just kind of gotta do it.
See, that's why my strategy as a guy is to just never think, and then you don't run into that problem.
That's usually how... I think some of my best dungeon clears have been when I'm literally like, oh yeah, I'm halfway through the dungeon now. I haven't been paying attention. You should...
Did I find anything useful? I sure hope not.
yeah. You just go to like zone out. It's like driving at night in a car. You just kind of go through the motions and do it.
Oh, look, free shield.
Nice.
Yeah, free shield 3 hours into the run.
I guess like the worst spot would be like if magic is mirror shield locked. That's like I guess the worst for him because he got found hammer. And it wasn't on Twin Rova. If it was on Twin Rova, that'd be pretty funny.
I mean, it could be in deep fire. He didn't climb fire at all.
That's true.
Deep fire would kind of suck.
And there's a lot of places it could be. All of them are pretty bad. Why is it so laggy? Jeez.
Yeah, this is
You
VC,
playing on
isn't it?
N64 or V? No,
if he's
VC
on
doesn't do
N64
that.
then yeah. N64 is 100% just
Yeah.
laggy.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Consultant uses N64.
Then yeah, this is actually pretty decent for N64 in this room. This room is horrendously bad.
Yeah. Usually you want to
think-
do this room later because you just get small keys. And there's not really like... I mean, I guess I would have to actually run the numbers to see how likely it is that there's small keys in here or something. I would imagine it's about the same. It doesn't make really a difference to do whatchamacallit, prize room first. So you might as well just do everything else first.
See, I just think Consultant clearly opted for this, was like, well, I got the new bomb bag, might as well make use of it.
Yeah. Because you can do, like, cool stuff for, like, if you go left side, you can just, like, he has hover boots so you can get up to ledge and then just, like, weird shot from there. You could, if you wanted to, you could weird shot from, like, the golem chest room down. If you want to be real spicy. But, yeah. I generally don't like... I mean, I guess it's personal, but I don't like going early to prize room because small keys just make it faster. But I am curious to look into the actual statistics on how likely the chests are to have small keys in prize room.
Oh, look, bottle percent.
I mean, we have the 10,000 logs from the S1 settings, so probably would be a good enough approximation.
Probably. I find that there's at least I've never seen a correlation, but I mean.
Also, consultant, you can just save warp.
Yeah, but that's slow. Also,
I mean,
he might be going right side.
I mean, yeah, but you just save warp and skip having to do this one, at least.
Well, yeah, but if he's gonna go right side
Please.
here, he's gonna want to, because he has a long shot, so he can just weird shot all the way over.
I think his bomb count may force that, unfortunately.
That's 10. I believe.
He keeps going early. It's later than you think. That's all what I had to keep saying to myself in my head when I do weird shots.
I assume that's also what you say when it's practicing. You're like, I need to go to bed. It's later than you think.
When I was practicing weird shot, well, once I got weird shots down, it was I always released target too early. That's what I did. There's like a lot of room between pulling hook and releasing target more than it seems like. Because I think it's only like a couple frames technically, but it feels like an eternity. I guess I can't speak because I think I tried one weird shot and failed it. This seed, did I even weird shot often? I don't think I did. I didn't have bomb bag. That's my excuse for not being cool.
Oh, let's see if Consultant ends up going. You can. He has got hover boots as well as like explosives, so you can also get to the right side of the maze by doing a either a hover slide or something like that from like the upper side of the lava room. That makes it, and that's decently easy. So
yeah, you can just do that with only hovers. You don't need explosives.
Oh my god, he was just doing that to get a bomb drop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you can probably use like a sword recoil to get there.
Yeah, off the torch. It's not that bad. The hover boost, like for the sword, the torch recoil, it's like extremely position precise and angle precise. It's barely possible, but there's a good setup for it. It's just slower. Like the hover slide out of like a super slide, you just like. I don't know. You got like every angle under the sun you can use pretty much.
Well, yeah. If you want to be super safe, I typically try to aim to hit the item because that will automatically stop you. Whereas I've had it sometimes where I've missed the item and overshoot and fall in lava and be sad.
Oh yeah, that's why you jump slash.
Yeah, but you forget that I'm bad.
Okay. Well, I mean, you just gotta hit a button. I believe in you. just hit the button on the right frame. It's not that hard. You can do it.
And too difficult.
Just be frame perfect, my guy.
Just be frame perfect. Can we get that on a t-shirt?
Yeah. Sadly for this game. Sadly for this game. I mean, not sadly. It's actually pretty good. But being frame perfect isn't all that unreasonable. But
YOLO.
Because 20 FPS game. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't just go around.
At this point, I mean, like, it is a good time, as you mentioned. The weeklies are not at all competitive, so like, if you want to practice a trick, go right ahead. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from just spending some time practicing. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. I guess my view is when you're playing a seed, you want to focus more on routing and just consistent execution more than you want to focus on like actual specific tricks execution, because that's better to be done in GZ than it is to be done during a race.
It's also sometimes you might be like, well, I don't really have time to practice usually, so I know I'm not going to practice. I know this. I'm not going to set aside some time during the week to practice this shit that I'm failing now. I'll just do it. Last bomb, you can do it. I believe in you, consultant. You got this.
Yes. Yeah. Nope.
Feels bad.
Yep. I guess it depends on what level of trick you're trying to perform.
I kind of want Consultant to get the weird shot, because then I'll raid him. And give him some help. But
You can do it, Consultant.
we believe.
Everyone in chat, post your give RNG or whatever other emote you want to help Consultant with this trick.
And again, we should mention weird shotting is not easy. It's arguably probably one of the hardest tricks you can do in this game. Like when you compare it to like, even honestly, I would say Hessing's probably easier than a weird shot. But like if you consider like Hessing, Mega Flips, ISG, you know, the common stuff, and then weird shot, the things that are very applicable to multiple areas, it's probably the hardest one. And it is multiple very precise inputs to do.
And also, I don't know if we mentioned it this restream, but none of the glitches you have seen today are required. This is glitchless logic, and so you're never expected to do any of these things. But if you want to, why not? You're looking to learn some cool new tricks, you can ask us over in the Discord that I can tag if I remember and spell things correctly.
Yeah,
It did for me.
Everyone's always ready to help. If you're like, hey, can I do this thing? And you're like, I wonder if X is possible. It probably is. So just ask, and someone will be like, yeah, maybe. And they'll give you like, there's like good videos for like pretty much everything at this point. So you know, don't just flounder around. Ask for help, because everyone learned at some point, right? So everyone knows what works for them, and they might be able to help you. You don't waste as much time learning, because no one starts out good, right? So everyone's got to learn. Everyone starts at the same spot. So, and everyone wants everyone to be better. So that's how it be. Yeah, always ask.
Yeah, nice.
You got on the last bomb. Nice.
Nice. Scripted.
Let's see if there's any magic.
Oh my god!
There's magic in there.
Are you
I
fucking
don't know if that was
kidding
counted,
me?
but damn.
Nice.
Alright, maybe we're not going to be rating him.
Yeah, he's go mode now.
Well, Glow.
Like,
He'll get
Glow mode, at
the
least.
hints. Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god. You know what? Alright. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to find out if that was. I don't know if that was hinted, and that's why he went to GTG. But like,
Oh, God.
damn.
Yeah, I'm curious actually. It just seems like such an out of left field play. It must have been hinted, I would imagine. That would mean that like 3 of the goal hints were just for beating Shadow. Fun. That's true.
It
The
would.
magic is. Sorry, go ahead.
It wouldn't be too unreasonable that there are a lot for Shadow, because Shadow does have a lot of item requirements.
That is
Whereas
true.
something like Dodongo's Catter is like, you got bombs, you're good. You can beat it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And especially when we don't count strength, because like Spirit and Forest both require strength, but those can't be hinted. So like, it does make sense for Shadow to be hinted a lot. Fire, I guess, similarly, like there's like hammer and bombs, and maybe hovers.
Yeah. It's a pretty low one. If you haven't realized this by now, we don't really care about strengths. They're pretty irrelevant in terms of actual gameplay. I mean, there's like a couple things, and they do make some stuff nicer, but you can pretty much skip all of them. Some a lot easier than others.
And true strength comes from within. You know, so
Sure.
it's fine.
I don't think I've picked up the 3 strength boulders in a very long time. Even if I have 3 strengths, I usually just clip in because I'm just muscle memory.
And swag, I mean. Can't do intended things, that's lame.
I mean, the most common way to do it is a damage clip, which damage clips are probably one of the easier forms of clipping, because you literally just like set angle, position, pull bomb, don't do anything, and then you clip. So, I mean, I guess like jump slash would be easier. But...
Yeah, like the one in Zora's Domain as adult. So, like easiest clip in the game because you literally just target a wall, move just slightly over, and jump slash.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. I thought you mean the ladder clip, and I'm like, yeah, that one's not that bad either. There's a lot. If you haven't watched a lot of OoT, this game is very exploitable when it comes to collision.
As we mentioned during the podcast, the number of glitches in OT is yes.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this game.
Ooh. It's all going for like a Hess swag with choose.
It is the fastest way to get up there.
Also the swaggiest, so objectively the best. I'm not sure because sometimes it's exploding. I'm not sure what it's exploding on. There you go, beautiful.
Yeah, it
might be hitting your shield, maybe.
I think it's the collision there is like jank. Some stuff, some corners like that just blow up choose because reasons.
This does seem accurate for it was a double chew. That would make sense.
Oh, was it double chew
action?
That makes more sense. Yeah, so double chew works because one's like on the ground, the other one goes up the wall. So the one you put first is like delayed a bit, so they hit each other, and then the game's like explode. So. But yeah, some collision's weird. Usually it's like I think the bridge collision in Crater is weird, and you can get a chew to just blow up because it gets confused. Or, nah, don't ask me why, but some stuff. This game's weird. That's all.
This game is actually patched with duct tape, and yeah, it's a miracle it works at all.
How much a market has he done?
We'll find out.
We're not sure. Because
I'm pretty sure
he only joined in like 20 minutes in, or 30 minutes in, maybe.
Yeah.
So we were not sure how much of it he ended up doing.
Yeah, it makes sense if he hasn't done Bombchu Bowling to go child first, because you also market could also count for pose.
Yeah.
So I mean, if all you had was TBS, and it's not called TBS, I only call it that, treasure box or pose.
Just in the game.
Yeah. I call things don't. Anyways. Or pose. You might as well go pose because going adult, child, and then back adult slow. I don't know why I call it TBS. It stands for Treasure Box Shop in my head, but that doesn't make any sense because that's not what it's actually called.
Why'd you call it TBS? Well, TBD.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just the... TBS is actually paying me every time I say TBS. Get a stipend in my bank account.
Also, I appreciate Consultant not blowing up poor Bombchu Shop lady. It's not her fault the items suck.
I would disagree.
No.
Wait a minute. No.
Consultant, where are you going? Do it.
Oh,
do it.
No.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah, there he goes.
39 is a bit risky, so he might have been looking for more, but he should have the...
Oh, he has lens, so he'll just do
Bugs.
it.
Oh, true, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has the intended way.
Imagine doing things the intended way.
Yup.
Are we going all left side? You had all right.
God, if that actually happens, holy shit.
The first
That
one
was
is
so
all
good.
left. That's funny.
Oh my fucking god.
They all gotta be left.
Oh, man.
My god.
You're saying there's a chance. Oh,
thank God.
Rip.
How lucky.
Oh.
Dude, if you didn't have Sun Song and you knew Light Years was here, do you just like go for it over and over again?
Astro did,
happened.
and is still very upset about it, and I can't blame him if he's still in chat.
That would be funny.
In the Blitz final.
I could just imagine that.
2 hours.
You'd be like, I know Light Arrows are here. I don't have lens.
I
don't have Sun Song.
Yep.
I just gotta get lucky. That would suck.
Yeah, I would not recommend. It was very painful, not just for him, but also to watch. That was sad, because it hurts the soul.
It does.
Every time you're like, especially if you get to like the last one and then it misses, they're like, ah. So SO Consultant will be finished very shortly, as he now has everything he needs to beat up the Ganondorf and the pig.
Beat up Dorf. Show Dorf he's not a good boss. As you do.
Yeah, as you do, by shooting them in the face with magical arrows and then infinitely stabbing them in the chest.
We get to see all of the lag that's wonderfully only on N64.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if he does any lag reduction strats. It looks like, maybe with Bottle. There's some lag reduction strats you can do on N64 because it's extremely laggy. On VC or even, I think, emulator doesn't lag that much like BizHawk, I don't think. I don't know. BizHawk doesn't emulate N64 lag perfectly. So there's a couple areas that doesn't lag that much. I don't think prize area in GTG is all that laggy in BizHawk either. Anyways, VC, of course, doesn't lag nearly as much as N64 does, if like really at all. I guess like a couple spots, but because of that, you don't really have to do any lag reduction. I think you could technically do lag reduction. That would save like maybe a frame or something, but it's not worth it. But N64, as we'll see in a bit, is very, very laggy at the Ganon fight. To the point in which getting ISG off Ganon is not fun in N64.
I think I've gotten it once ever.
Yeah.
I was so happy when I got it.
Just because the lag loses your input, and then you're like, oh, well, time to cry. But, I mean, he has big Gohan swords, so he'll probably just crouch stab, I would imagine.
Ooh, we get to see the trick again. Oh, yeah.
We'll see. And then I don't know if Ganon's fight lags that much. I don't think so. The pig, Ganon.
I don't think that much, if I remember correctly. Like, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Because I remember correctly, the reason all the shadows and stuff exist that make it, like, a cool fight is because it doesn't have to load as much, right? There's, like, half of it you can't see, pretty much, because, you know, it's dark sky and whatnot. Easier to load.
It's the equivalent of the Silent Hill fog. What's the fog for? To hide bad loads, you know?
Yeah, but hey, it makes it more atmospheric, so...
Accidentally doing something cool.
Yep.
Which is also how I mostly do things cool.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Cabbage. There was definitely 2 choose because he had 18 beforehand.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I would imagine, because that's just the right corner. Collision jank would be unlikely there. So, and the double chew thing works anywhere. You can do that at any wall. It's just not commonly used because it's a waste of chews. The big difference between like speedrunning and rando is you're not really gonna have like a set amount of chews or explosives at any point. Especially if all you have is chews, you don't want to waste any.
Fact? That's cool.
Well, I think he was off the center platform.
Right, but even so, you would still get knocked from the wave.
What do you?
He did definitely do some lag reduction, because I can see when you look at it, Ganondorf, when he gets hit by the light, you get some lag there.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely did a really good job there for lag reduction.
Well, that's also why looking at the floor is useful, because you're not looking at Ganon, so it's not lagging like at all.
Yeah, it's the normal strat. You know, I can't see you, so you can't see me.
Yep.
And you turn invisible to Ganondorf, and then he can't kill you.
Yep.
Because Ganondorf does not have the lens of truth, and so when you're invisible, he can't see you.
Oh, God. There's a little bit of lag, eh?
Oh, for the starting part, yeah, absolutely. The light effects there.
Yeah. It is a magical thing that this game even runs on the N64. It really shouldn't. Well, saying that about a game that runs at 20 FPS, mind you. The fact that it could
A
run
maximum
is,
of 20 FPS.
yeah, the fact that it could run is ridiculous. But yeah, N64 has a lot of disadvantages compared to VC. Lag, of course. Unpaused lag is important too. It does have like the correct stick like sensitivity stuff, but ESS
And
adapters do
also has
exist.
the fastest reset times.
That's true. Well, I think isn't GameCube faster technically?
Oh, GameCube's way worse. For like the
Isn't it?
Master Quest thing.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a solid like minute. Because you have to load up the game every time. It's really, really bad.
No, there's like a auto it's like a button combo you do in game too. Reset on
I don't know if the
GameCube.
soft reset works on GameCube. Because there is GameCube itself does have a soft reset. But
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
does.
if that works
I think so.
for like the OoT.
I don't know, whatever. VC has shitty load times.
Also, Snarky with the snipe, finishing in
Wow.
3rd place with 313.46.
So like basically gonna be like less than a minute apart.
Dang, that's pretty laggy.
Yeah, and Consoling just noticed he got sniped there.
Yeah. Yep. But the big downside of VC is just stick sensitivity. It's like way off. But they have never gotten that right. They've actually gotten worse. VC was the best official emulation of OOT. They didn't do good on the Wii U, and the Switch isn't that much better either. So
I think it's worse.
arguably worse than Wii U.
GG Consultant official finish time of 3:14:29. GG's.
Yes. Yeah, I think I just went to the interview screen. I don't know if you heard his, like, groan.
Yep, that seems accurate.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's just taking a quick break. I'm also gonna do the same. So I'll be in a second, but he is gonna come in for an interview.
In the meantime, this was the DDR restream. So if you are looking to join in on all the fun, we do recommend you check out the Discord. You can check out the DDR discussion channel, a bunch of people to chat with. If you're looking to try a DDR race, you can grab the role and go into DDR race planning and ping the DDR role there. You can also try out the settings. We've got some settings for S1 and DDR async channel, as well as some potential settings. There's an async that's either pinned or near the top of the and DDR announcements channel. So you can try those out if you want to try out some cool settings. Otherwise, the weeklies that we have are every week at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which I don't know how that's working for daylight savings soonish. I forget when that lines up, but anyway, it's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Which I think next week we probably have another community bingo. So if you're looking to join in, that's a really fun one to join. And once again, shout out to the runners. We had Eggmeister and Consultant both here, as well as Docto, who had to leave early due to something coming up. So thank you to all you guys. Make sure to give them all a follow, as well as our trackers that I type in the correct screen and not the wrong screen. We had Kamaltech and Quagsire, who were both helping out. Extra special thanks for Quagsire for dealing with the Switch for the people and catching up with that. Special thanks. And of course to my co-commentators, Shiro and Egg, who's been co-commenting with us as well for the last little bit. Cool. Meanwhile, Consultant is in the waiting room, so we can move you to the thing. Welcome, Consultant. GG.
GG.
GG's. I saw your comment. Yeah, weird shots are hard.
Yeah.
I think I was just like forgetting to hold down on them, and so I just I'm so used to like being able to do like weird shots well that when I don't get them, it just tilts the hell out of me, and then I just keep on trying regardless.
Yeah, weird shots is definitely the one strat where like you mess it up once, you start thinking about it, then you keep messing it up, and then you start getting mad because you're messing it up, and then that's a rabbit hole of crap, pretty much. When you mess up one weird shot, definitely how it works.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. some execution mistakes too, other than the spending 20 minutes on weird shots, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Any questions from you guys?
We did have one. We're wondering. Wait, after you got the Ganon's boss key, you went. We were expecting you to go to Ganon's castle to get the light arrow hint, but you went to GTG. Did you have a hint for that there was something there, or was it just like a hunch?
I just was like, I didn't want to get the light arrow hint until I got the magic, basically. That's all.
Because you got very lucky finding that, because we were like, did we miss a hint? Because the other magic, which Egg got, was in Shadow Trial 2.
Yep, and Shadow Trial 1 was Mirror Shield.
Yes.
But I didn't get hammer.
So we were wondering if you just skipped all of the trial checks at all. Because you also didn't have Iron Boots, which were in Water Trial.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what's the requirement for trials in these settings again?
Access. You just have to spawn the bridge. So as soon as you had one stone, you could have gotten all of the trials.
Yeah. I guess doing trials probably would have been better than doing GTG, for sure. No weird shots, so.
I mean, you still would have had to use the long shot to get the like chest. So I mean, 6 one, half dozen the other. I probably would have chosen the weird shots anyway.
I could have done the Hess.
Well, Go Gauntlets wasn't logic without magic, because all you need is long shot and hovers for that to be logical in logic. So.
Long shot.
Well, for glitchless, you need a fire source potentially.
No, if you have hovers and long shot, you logically can get Cold Gauntlets. You don't need magic.
Anyways, Brayden's fried after this.
Yeah, it's in glitchless logic with that, or yeah. Long shotting the like is considered in logic, I guess is my point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was kind of a blur, but I guess in terms of my like routing, I guess what could I have done better? Maybe well was like an entire waste of time. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I went around searching for overworld stuff a lot, but I mean, that's like pretty typical. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty normal. I mean, you still finished like 314, which is pretty good for a rando seed. So
Yeah.
really, I mean, other than Bottom of the Well, which apparently is nerfed in glitchless logic instead of no logic. Yeah, I would just maybe try trials instead of overworld at that point. Just because it with Deku being a stone, that was in logic super early.
Yeah, I guess getting magic though from trials was probably pretty hard because yeah, I guess I would have had to have gotten long shot, and then I would have. Let's see. Well, one thing that was a big stickler was like the 10 skulls for bombs. I feel like a lot of people could have just like gone for forever without checking that.
Yeah.
I checked that before going bottom of the well, and then decided not to do bottom of the well once I got bomb back.
Yeah. Also, there's nothing in Jabu, by the way, since the spoiler log unlocked.
Nice.
Other than a free shield on map chest.
And then you found one of the bomb bags, which I think was in fire, and then the other one was on Bongo Bongo. So you're pretty much hard required to get that 10. I think wasn't there a bomb bag in fire? You got the other one.
There was one in Shadow. I forgot where the other one was. But that.
Oh, the other one was horseback archery.
Oh yeah, that one was in
1000.
logic. Yeah.
It's in logic. Yeah. Also the hammer. I like didn't check that rolling Goron for like a few hours, and I guess since Goron City was like on the path of medallions, maybe I should have checked that. I just didn't want to do that area without Saria's song as child. But
I didn't know it was hinted. I didn't get that hint actually. That was the one gold hint I was missing actually. Yeah, I never did it because when I went to Deku, I didn't have bomb bag at that point because that was like 40 minutes in or something. So I couldn't do anything. If I could, I would, but I ended up not needing. Yeah,
I didn't need trials.
Yeah, and then boss key was first chest on child side. So it was like first chest I opened in Spirit was boss key. So I literally just got a small key and then statue climbed.
Where was Requiem on?
I would imagine vanilla. I didn't bother checking at that point because I crossed the wasteland and everything. But at that point, I just needed to beat spirits. I didn't really care to get it because I had hover boots. I just super slide, crawl space, skip to get to child side.
Requiem was apparently an ice cavern.
Ah, that makes sense. So Nocturne was on Requiem then, because I knew about Song of Time and I knew about Minuet.
So you crossed Wasteland as child? Or no, sorry, you used hover boots.
Yeah. For crawl space skip, there's the hover boot method, which isn't terrible. And then there's also with choose or with bombs, you can do a weird clip, which is a lot more difficult, but I've done it a couple times. But yeah, if I have hover boots, the first thing I do when I enter Spirit is do a pot super slide and then just clip into child side.
Wow. So there was indeed a hint for Goron City, Path of Medallions, likely for that hammer, which would have been useful. One of them was in DMC. The other one was actually in Hyrule Castle on the rock wall, which everyone would have checked, except we had skipped Child Zelda, so nice. You don't need to go there.
Yeah.
I practiced explosiveless dins yesterday, so I should have just done that for the meme.
That would be a good meme.
Yeah, that one. God, that's such a stupid clip. It's not really. If anyone doesn't know, you can get on top of like the seam and then get on top of the collision, like on the out of bounds area of Hyrule Castle. Then you can fall in a very specific way to like have the boulder push you into the wall, which hits the loading zone. You can also like go off into out of bounds and then jump slash in, but I think the one most people do is like you just like land. You get on top of the out of bounds area. You then like set it up so that when you land, the boulder pushes you enough into the wall to trigger the loading zone you're in. So
basically, it's falling with style.
Yeah.
And all right, no, Dobby, last one. But sorry, I actually do have to wrap it up. Because now I'm called away. But GG's, Egg, and Consultant, and it does seem like there's some combo regarding the hints in general since we were on that topic. So if you'd like to bring this conversation to the Discord, if someone can explanation. Oh wait, I actually have the Twitch dashboard open. I can use commands. But if you'd like to come back to the Discord, sniped. You can talk more about this seed and what you liked or didn't like, because we're in the phase of settings testings, and there are a lot of different strategies that we're approaching in terms of how to look towards Season 2. But thank you guys for participating today, and definitely leave your feedback, as Snarky is not very happy with these settings. But we will see what the next couple of weeks bring with the survey and potentially honing in on what Season 2 will be like. TBD. But also quick shout outs to our two trackers, Tumultuck and Quagsire, and thank you, Dobby. You survived a restream where I didn't boot you, although I was very close to it multiple times.
Yeah, it's, I don't know how I feel about that. Surviving a restream seems improbable.
You have to try harder. Please don't,
just ban me now before it's officially done, so it will feel complete, and then we'll be good.
Yeah, pretty much. But thanks guys for hanging out. We are going to raid Zelda Speedruns 3 for Link's Awakening Switch version any percent glitchless tournament match. And coming up back on this channel at top of the hour is the Wind Waker Randomizer bi-weekly fundraise. So feel free to stick around or go watch Link's Awakening. But we will hope to see you next time. Have a good rest of your afternoon, evening, day, whatever time zone it may be. Bye-bye.
Hey.